Welcome to this Friday Night Baseball stream here on Big Fan Sports. We've got a good one tonight. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. I am Jaden Harper. I will be live commentating tonight's game. Make sure to like and subscribe while you are here. On the road to 100 subscribers. Greatly appreciate if you subscribe. So starting live for tonight's game. First for the Phillies, the designated hitter. Batting first is Bryson Stott. Batting second is the shortstop Trey Turner. Batting third is the first baseman Alec Bohm. Batting fourth is the right fielder Nick Castellanos. Batting fifth is the third baseman Edmundo Sosa. Batting sixth is the second baseman Whit Merrifield. Batting seventh is the Phillies catcher Rafael Marchand. Batting eighth is the Phillies center fielder Johan Rojas. And batting ninth is the Phillies left fielder Christian Pache, and they will be taking on Max Fried, who's been showing seven different pitch types this season on the mound. He's been really solid ever since his first start against the Phillies. Did not get out of the first inning in that start. Only got 2 outs, but the Phillies did end up winning that ball. Well, the Braves won that ball game. Phillies lost, and that was the first series of the season. The first time the two teams have met. Since then, the home plate umpire for tonight's game is Laz Diaz. At first base is Tripp Gibson. Second base is Mike Estabrook. And third base is Eric Bacchus. Pretty veteran umpiring crew here in this series. Max Fried is ready. Stott is ready. Here we go. The first pitch of the night is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Stott. Stott batting to .243 this season. 5 home runs, 38 RBIs. Has been the leadoff hitter ever since Kyle Schwarber went down with an injury. 0-1 to Stott is swung on and missed inside, and it's 0-2. One of the best 2-strike hitters in all of baseball, even though he has not hit a home run since May 18th. He's been in a home run drought, 156 plate appearances without a long ball for Stott. And here he comes. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Max Fried to Bryson Stott. In there for strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. There's one away here in the top of the first inning. Stott goes down looking at the first strikeout of the game for Max Fried. And we'll bring up Trey Turner, the National League starter in the All-Star game at shortstop. He's playing shortstop tonight as well. Batting a .340 on the season. If you watch the preview for tonight's game, if you didn't check it out, it's on YouTube right here on Big Fan Sports. But Turner has hit well against Fried, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. It's 0-1. He's hit well against Fried in his career, plus 900 OPS, 367 including the postseason, batting 340 on this season. Down in the count, 0-1. Fried set, delivers. Low for a ball, and it's a 1-1 to Trey Turner. Again, while you're here, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Comes a 1-1 to Turner. Is swung on and fouled down the left field line, and it's 1-2. Back-to-back 2-strike counts worked by Max Fried here in the top of the first inning. First time the two teams have met in Atlanta since Game 2 of the 2023 National League Division Series, where the Braves took that one on an incredible play by Michael Harris, the final play of the game. The 1-2 pitch to Turner is low in the dirt for a ball, and it's 2-2. The Phillies ended up winning the last 2 games of that series in Philadelphia, won the National League Division Series for the second straight year over Atlanta, and went on to lose last year in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Turner, swung on and missed outside, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Max Fried so far, and there's 2 away here in the top of the first inning. And it'll bring up Alec Bohm, the newest participant in the Home Run Derby this year, calling it the Bohm Run Derby. He'll be participating down Arlington, Texas in about 10 days. He has 11 home runs on the season, leads the National League in RBIs with 70. He's also the National League starting third baseman during the All-Star game this year. First pitch to Bohm is lined down into deep right field. Back is Duvall. It's over his head, and it's off the top of the wall. Alec Bohm racing the second. He has another double. The double machine. Alec Bohm, his 29th double on the season. And the Phillies have a runner on second with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Right off the top of the wall, big wall out there in right field, the chop house on top of it, off the brick part of it, right over the padding. Duvall played it bad off the wall, so Bone was able to get to second without a throw. And I'll bring up Nick Castellanos. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. 0-0 is the score. Here comes the first pitch to Castellanos. Is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Castellanos now batting at .236 on the season, 12 home runs, 43 RBIs. He's been on a heater recently ever since Schwarber and Harper have gone down with their injuries. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Castellanos. Is low in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-1. Edmundo Sosa on deck. Brandon Marsh not in the lineup tonight for the Phillies. Has not started against a lefty since May 16th. He was hitting in this 4-hole recently, but today it will be Nick Castellanos. Again, having a good season last year. Was an all-star in the National League. Won 2 Phillies all-stars last year. This year, the Phillies already have 3. The 1-1 pitches outside ends 2-1 to Nick Castellanos. Gets back through in his career, banged a .643, a double, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 walks, and includes the postseason. He had back-to-back games with 2 home runs last year against the Braves. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Castellanos, swung on and missed inside, and it's 2-2. Back-to-back home runs in games 3 and 4 of the National League Division Series off of Spencer Strider and Bryce Elder, which powered the Phillies to a 3-1 series victory over the Atlanta Braves. As Fried is ready, Bone out on second, 2 away here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 is the score. And here comes 2-2 pitch to Castellanos. It is grounded into the dirt over at third base. Riley has to hurry over to first in time barely to get him, and the inning is over. I wouldn't be surprised if that play is going to get challenged. None of the Braves are leaving the field. None of the Phillies are leaving the field. I would think the Phillies are going to challenge that play. That was a bang-bang play. And oh, that's close. That can't get more bang-bang than that. Another look. That's close to overturned. Doesn't look like the Phillies are going to challenge it. Braves leaving the field. Phillies leave the field. Inning over, the Phillies go down. But boom, with a double, doesn't matter. You get straight on second. It is the bottom of the first inning, and it's still 0-0 here in Atlanta. Aaron Nola starting for the Phillies tonight. Has always had great success against Atlanta. Interestingly enough, he started both Game 3 and Game 4 of last year's he started Game 3 back-to-back years in the National League Division Series. First home games at Citizens Bank Park in the National League Division Series against Atlanta, and gave the Phillies a win in both of them. They ended up going on to win the series, both of them in 4. So he will be on the mound tonight for the Phillies. Has a 3.43 ERA on the season. Looking for his 100th career win. As a Philly, he spent his whole career with the Phillies. Could have went to Atlanta in the offseason. He was a free agent, had an offer from Atlanta. He's from down south, but he decided to take less money and stay with the Phillies, really feeling, committed, wanting to stay the rest of his major league career with the Phillies. It'll be Nola face the top of the Braves order. Let's look at their lineup. Batting first is center fielder Jared Kelenic. Batting second is the second baseman Ozzie Albies. Batting third is the third baseman Austin Riley. Batting fourth is the first baseman Matt Olson. Batting fifth, Braves designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Batting sixth, the catcher Travis Darnell. Batting seventh, the right fielder Adam Duvall. Batting eighth, the Braves shortstop Orlando Arcia. And batting ninth, the left fielder Eli White. So that's the lineup Nola's facing tonight. Braves banged up with injuries. Obviously not the normal lineup you're used to seeing. With no Acuna, he's out for the season. Harris is hurt right now. And the Braves have really been banged up recently, but they did just re-sign a familiar face Eddie Rosario. They just re-signed him earlier today to a minor league contract. Here comes the first pitch of the game. To Kelnick is in there for a strike and it's 0-1. Nola, this is his 18th start on the season, a 9-4 record, 107 innings pitched. His first strikeout of tonight's game will be his 100th on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Kelnick. Is a fly ball, pop up, heading towards out of play, and it will get out of play. And it's 0-2 on 2 pitches to Jared Kelnick, the former Seattle Mariner, former Mets prospect, traded for Robinson Cano, then traded to Atlanta this past offseason, batting a .272, batting a .301 since he got moved to the leadoff spot earlier this month, earlier in June after the Michael Harris injury. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kelnick. Is tapped foul towards the first base dugout. I'll do it again, another 0-2. Nola's second in the MLB since 2017 and quality starts. First in innings, third in strikeouts, tied 5th in wins. He's been an absolute machine since 2017. Really, that's the beginning of when he became the Phillies ace. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kelnick. Is inside for a ball, and it's 1-2. 95 miles an hour there by Aaron Nola. The top 2 pitchers with the most innings since the start of the 2020 season, Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler, the 2 Phillies aces. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kelnick. Fly ball into center, into left center gap. Rojas calls off Pache. He's there in his first out of the inning. F8, Nola shows 5 pitches. Changeup, fastball, curveball, knuckle curveball. It's the pitch he uses the most. Sinker, cutter, and again a changeup. He started bringing in a cutter towards the 2018 season. First pitch to Albies is fouled away, and it's 0-1. He throws his curveball the majority of the time, 32% of the time, forcing fastball 25% of the time, sinker 20%, cutter and changeup both at 10%. The 0-1 pitch to Albies is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Just like that. Albies with 2 home runs against the Phillies in the opening series. Braves took 2 out of 3 from Philly. The beginning of the season, first series of the season. First time these 2 teams have met since that series. Braves and Phillies both look a lot different. The 0-2 pitch is fouled away. Obviously, for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and JT Realmuto all on the injured list right now. Harper and Schwarber expected back before the All-Star break. And for Atlanta, you have Strider. He's out for the season. Ronald Acuna Jr. is out for the season. Michael Harris is on the shelf right now. So both teams are very banged up. The 0-2 is low in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Both teams look very different than what they did last year when they played the National League Division Series. They both look different this year from what they even just played on opening day. This is the first time they've played since opening day, and now they'll play 10 times in between. Tonight, at September 1st, is pitched to Albies. It's swung on and missed inside, a strike 3, and there's 2 away. Nola's first strikeout is 100th strikeout on the season for Aaron Nola. And it will bring up Austin Riley. Phillies have one of their better defensive lineups out there tonight with Pache and Rojas both patrolling the outfield. That's Alec Boehm and Trey Turner at short, Boehm at first. 2 All-Star starters. Pitch to Riley, swung on and missed at a 0-1. And the All-Star reserves will be announced on Sunday night, and there is expected to be a lot more Phillies joining them. You have Christopher Sanchez making a case, Ranger Suarez making the case, Brandon Marsh making a case, Nick Castellanos making a case. List goes on and on. Pitches next strike, and it's 0-2 to Austin Riley. A quick 0-2 by Aaron Nola. A lot of Phillies making a case to be All-Star reserves. You even go Bryce Stott has a case. JT Realmuto could have a case if he gets back before the All-Star break. You have the bullpen. Almost everybody throws the ball high, and it's 1-2. Almost everybody in the bullpen has a case. Hoffman, Alvarado, Straub. If Arian Keggering could pitch more. Obviously, he would have an opportunity. He probably won't have enough innings pitched to get to the All-Star game. As Nola gets ready, the 1-2 pitch to Austin Riley is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. But the All-Star reserves will be announced on Sunday night. Also, Ranger Suarez, Zach Wheeler, all having opportunities to be All-Stars this year. Phillies had 2 All-Stars last year, 2 All-Stars the year before, and now they already have 3 starting in the game. The 2-2 pitch to Riley is swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Nola here in the first inning. And we go to the top of the second inning. It's still 0-0. Looks like we're in for a pitcher's duel tonight. 2 strikeouts by both pitchers in the first inning of play. 2 of the best pitchers in the National League. Max Fried definitely be commanding a lot of money this offseason, one of the top free agents when it comes to the pitching market, along with Corbin Burns. Aaron Nola was just on the market, and he re-signed with the Phillies. And thank you for watching so far. While you're here, make sure to like and subscribe and participate in the poll. Who do you think is going to win tonight, the Phillies or the Braves? Phillies have a 9-game lead over Atlanta in the division. Again, Braves are injured, so are the Phillies. So both teams hobbled coming into this matchup. Phillies lost yesterday, 10-2 to the Chicago Cubs. Disappointing performance in the series finale, but they did win the series yesterday. And for the Braves, they lost yesterday to the Giants, 4-2. Lost that series. This is the end of a 9-game homestand. This is game 1. 2 more games for the Phillies tomorrow night. Ranger Suarez. They get Spencer Swellenbach. That game will be on Fox at 7:15. And then on Sunday at 1:35, it will be Michael Mercado for the Phillies and Ronaldo Lopez for the Atlanta Braves. So it should be a very good matchup all weekend long here. All weekend long, we have great matchups. And it's always a good time when the Phillies and Braves get together and play against each other. Both teams looking, the Phillies looking to gain more ground on Atlanta. Well, extend their division lead over Atlanta. The Braves are looking to gain significant ground on the Phillies here if they are able to get a win, considering the Phillies will be heading to back home to take on the Dodgers starting on Tuesday, while Atlanta, their schedule gets a little easier going into the All-Star break. So both teams looking to get advantages against the other. Max Fried going out there for second inning of work, facing Edmundo Sosa, the Phillies' third baseman tonight, batting a .271 on the season, 794 OPS. The first pitch is in, and it is fouled away down the left field line off the screen, and it's 0-1. Phillies will not see Chris Sale this series, which is good for them. Sale carved them up in their first matchup of the season, back in the third game on Easter. This is the second time they see Fried this season. Fried's already lasted longer than his first outing. Next pitch to Sosa's fouled away, and it's 0-2. A wild game in that first series against the Phillies with that wild game 2. Nola only going 4 1/3 innings pitched. Fried did not make it out of the first inning. Both pitchers have recovered since then and are on track to potentially both be All-Stars this year. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Max Fried to Edmundo Sosa. Pitch timer running down the pitch. Sosa lines it into right field, but it's caught by Duvall, and there's one away here on the top of the second inning. I'm going to bring up Whit Merrifield. Had a big hit on Tuesday night to give the Phillies an advantage on their lead to extend their lead over the Cubs in their 5-3 victory. But Merrifield has struggled tremendously this year, a 1.90 ERA, sub 600 OPS. Here comes the first pitch to Merrifield. They swung on a miss in the dirt, and it's 0-1. Merrifield was signed with the Phillies back in February, President's Day weekend. 0 extra base hits over his last 14 games. Here comes the pitch to Merrifield. It is a base hit. into left center field. And Merrifield gets on with the Phillies' second hit of the game. It's a single. Solid piece of hitting by Whit Merrifield. And it'll bring up Rafael Marchand, the Phillies catcher. Marchand obviously filling in for JT Realmuto, him and Sub splitting playing time. Shan hit a home run on Wednesday night for the Phillies. He already has 5 home runs in his major league career, which is now over half of the amount he's had in AAA. And Merrifield steals the base with ease. So he steals the base. There's strike 1 to Marchand. No throw down by Travis d'Arnaud. It was a delayed steal there by Whit Merrifield. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Marchand. It's a ground ball over to third, and it's going to be foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Marchand bagged at 250 on the season, 845 OPS, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs in his time with the Major League club. It's going to be interesting to see who the Phillies do send down once JT comes back. Could be next week, could most likely after the All-Star break in Pittsburgh. The 0-2 pitch to Marchand is fouled away towards the Phillies dugout, and we'll do it again. Looked like Whit Merrifield was on the run there, trying to steal the base. Almost landed right in the seats of the Phillies dugout. But it doesn't matter. Merrifield goes back to second. 1 out here, top of the second inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Fried to Marchand. Is a base hit. Merrifield thought it was going to be played by the shortstop Arcia. He gets back to second. He goes to third now, and Marchand has a single. It's back-to-back hits for the bottom of the order, and it'll bring up Johan Rojas, the 8-hole hitter, the center fielder tonight for the Phillies. Beautiful piece of hitting, got right through the gap. At first, if Merrifield was able to read it better, he would be able to score there. He did not realize that Arcia couldn't really make a play on that ball, but it will bring up Johan Rojas here, top of the second inning. Phillies with a prime chance to score some runs here. Fried set, 6 seconds left on the pitch clock. First pitch, Rojas puts down bunt. He bunts it. Merrifield charging to the plate, and he is out by a mile. What a play by Matt Olson to go home, and now there's 2 away here. Bad base running by Merrifield. He gets thrown out at home. Rojas reaches on a fielder's choice. Now there's 2 away here in the top of the second inning for Phillies 9-hole hitter Christian Pache. Yeah, Rojas, not a great bunt. Olson read it, threw it home, and Merrifield never even touched home plate. Barehanded snagged by Olson, looking like his former teammate Matt Chapman there on that play. Barehanded snag, and there's 2 away. Matt Olson leads MLB first baseman in defensive run saves since 2017, 52 defensive run saves. First pitch to Pache is in there for a strikeout. It's 0-1. Pache is another one who could be playing for his job here. Once everybody gets back, he could be a prime candidate to get designated for assignment. As a former Brave, he won the World Series championship back in 2021 with them. Next pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. For hit his first career home run in the League Championship Series back in 2020. It was a tough play for Merrifield to read there on the last out. As here comes a 1-1 pitch from Fried to Christian Pache is in the dirt and blocked by d'Arnaud, and it's 2-1. Now, if Merrifield was able to read that, he might have been able to just stay at third, and the Phillies would have potentially the bases loaded here and 1 out. But it's top of the second, 2 on, 2 out, 2-1 count, and a tied ball game. 0-0 is still our score. Fried set, 4 seconds on the pitch clock. The pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 3-1. With Bryson Stott up on deck. Phillies have 3 hits so far, a double by Bohm, single by Merrifield, and a single by Marchand. Marchand is currently on second. Excuse me, yeah, he's on second. Pitch. Pache is lined foul, and it's now a full count here. Rojas on first. Both runners will most likely be off here. Top of the second inning. Fried, this will be his 30th pitch of the inning. Three-two pitch from Fried. Then he steps off. It's disengaged with that. It's his first of the at-bat. Tried to get Marchand back. Rojas as well. Both runners will most likely be off. They'll take their leads. Both of them are. Rojas was almost halfway to second base. He's just out there. Matt Olson almost had a chance to pick him up. 3-2 is fouled back. Yeah, Rojas was all the way out. He was already halfway to second. Yeah. So lucky that Fried did not try to pick him off, especially with Fried being a lefty. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 3 fastballs, 2 changeups, and a cutter so far. As Pache gets ready in the box, 3-2. The pitch from Fried to Pache is in there for strike 3. A beautiful curveball. It's a 3rd strikeout for Fried. We go to the bottom of the second inning. And it is 0-0. Again, so far a pitcher's duel in Atlanta. Fried with 3 strikeouts. Nola going back to work. He'll face Olson and Ozuna, along with Travis d'Arnaud. All guys who have been on these Braves teams. Ozuna, world champ. d'Arnaud, a World Series champion. Olson got there right after. He had a 50 home run season last year, led all of the major leagues. Came in 3rd in National League MVP voting last year behind Mookie Betts and his teammate Ronald Acuna Jr. Had a very solid National League Division Series back in 2023. Was really the only one on that Braves offense who really showed up. Last year, not so solid. In his career against Aaron Nola, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, 250 average, and 916 OPS. But this season, been a little different story for Olson. A 241 average, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs, and a sub 800 OPS. That's been the case for a lot of these Braves hitters. They have really struggled compared to last year, which was a historic year for the Atlanta Braves. One of the best offenses in Major League history. Still sit in 2nd place all time with home runs hit in a month. 61 last June. Orioles are 1 home run away from tying. They were not able to do it. They hit 60. But the Braves, one of the best offenses in the league's history last season, did not show up in the postseason. And this year they have struggled with injuries and with a lot of things out of their control, honestly. But they look to continue and try to get back in this division race. And try to avoid having to play in their first wild card series. Because they have been they would be the beneficiaries of getting the 5-day break ever since the wild card format has been installed, while the Phillies have had to play in the wild card. So here comes Nola getting set, bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Olson is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Again, Olson batting at 241 on the season and 741 OPS. 544 Ironman streak, the longest in MLB. Has been playing every single day. 0-1 pitch to Olson is fouled away, and it's 0-2, 93 miles an hour. Manoa, 1-2-3 inning in the first. Over the last 2 years before this year, 88 home runs for Matt Olson in between his 2 first years in Atlanta. This year, he's only had 12 home runs on a slower pace. Braves need him to heat up. The 0-2 pitch to Olson is in the dirt, blocked by Marchand, and it's a ball, and it's 1-2. Marcelo Ozuna on deck. Travis d'Arnaud is in the hole. 18 pitches so far for Nola. This will be his 19th, looking for an out here. The 1-2 pitch from Nola to Matt Olson is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Same spot. Same result. It's a ball. Again, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. Participate in the poll. Who's going to win tonight, the Phillies or the Atlanta Braves? Right now, neither. They're tied. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Nola to Matt Olson. It is fouled away. And we'll do it again, another 2-2. Olson's been pulling the ball a lot more this year. Last year, 29 out of his 54 home runs were opposite field or dead center home runs. This year, only 2 out of 12 home runs. Smaller sample size, but he's been pulling the ball a lot more this year. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Pitch clock almost goes out. 2-2. Hit down the left field line, and it is foul. And we'll do it again, another 2-2. Again, Matt Olson, the home run champion last year. An all-star. As Olson sets, the 2-2 pitch is hit down the right field line now. That is a foul ball. So he's hitting it every which way, but in the play of field. We'll do it again, another 2-2. Olson right on these balls by Nola. Pitch clock almost goes out. 1 second. Nola starts his windup. The 2-2 is fouled down the left field line again. 88 miles an hour by Nola. And we'll do it again. 5 out of the first 6 pitches to Olson in this at bat. He takes his time out with fastballs. Knuckle curve have been thrown 3 times, and now a changeup as well. A long at bat to start this inning so far. As pitch clock resumes, 8 seconds. Olson set. Nola begins his windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Is off the hands. Sosa comes charging it over to first in time, and there's the first out of the inning. Ground out is how the Braves start their bottom of the second inning, and it will bring up Marcell Ozuna, the Braves' designated hitter, having himself a really solid season. There's a case for him to be a finalist as an all-star starter, but it was Kyle Schwarber instead. But Ozuna, 21 home runs on the season, 67 RBIs. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. 296 average, a 933 OPS. His 21 home runs, 67 RBIs, and 933 OPS are all top 3 in the National League. Second in RBIs in the National League to Alec Bohm, the Phillies' first baseman. That next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. The second in the league, only to Bohm in RBIs. Most likely will be a reserve in the All-Star game for the National League as the DH. So here comes the 0-2 pitch from Nola to Marcell Ozuna. There's a fly ball high. It's a pop-up. Bohm, Merrifield's out in shallow right field. He makes the play, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And it'll bring up Travis Darnell, the former Philadelphia Philly. Most people forget, but the Phillies did draft Darnell back a long time ago. He was a part of the Roy Halladay trade to Toronto, then got traded to the Mets for R.A. Dickey. Made it to the major leagues, was part of that 2015 Mets National League winning team. Then got released, went to the Dodgers, went to the Rays, and found himself here in Atlanta. He's been a home. First pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. 2020 won a Silver Slugger Award. 2021 a World Series champion. Former All-Star as well. As he gets ready, Nola set to deliver the 1-0 pitch. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. He gets it off. The 1-0 is fouled away. It's 1-1. But Darnell was on an absolute heater a couple months ago. He could not hit home runs. Had a 3 home run game against the Texas Rangers, something the Phillies. Bryce Harper also did so. A lot of 3 home run games going around the National League East this year. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball to short. Turner comes up with it, takes a couple steps over. First time of the inning is over. 6 up, 6 down for Nola so far. We go to the top of the third inning, and it's still 0-0. Braves without a hit, without a base runner. Phillies have 3 hits so far, have been not able to make anything of any of their hits. They added multiple runners in scoring position so far tonight. But a story topic. If you were here last Thursday night, when the Phillies and Marlins played, you would remember how the Phillies had the bases loaded in the second inning, did not score, ended up losing that game by 3 runs. The same game that Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper both were injured in. So the Phillies need to take advantage of these moments with runners in scoring position. Look around the league tonight. Dodgers and the Brewers getting ready. That's at 10 o'clock. Yankees and the Red Sox are on the bottom of the third inning. They're in a rain delay. 0-0 is the score. Pittsburgh and the Mets are both tied at 2-2. 9:40 tonight. There's Blue Jays and the Mariners. Also at 9:40, the D-backs and the Padres. Also at 9:40, the Orioles and the A's. All at 9:40, all on the West Coast. Bottom of the third inning in Miami, it's 1-0 White Sox over the Marlins. Bottom of the third in Cincinnati, it's 2-0 Tigers over the Reds. Kansas City, Colorado about to get started. Houston and Minnesota also about to get started. So will Tampa Bay and Texas. Shade Baz, former top prospect, making his return to the major leagues tonight to face former Philadelphia Philly Michael Lorenzen. Bottom of the first in Cleveland, it's already 3-0 San Francisco. And in the middle of the fourth in Washington, it's 5-2 Nationals against Sonny Gray and the Cardinals. Already we have one game in the books. It's in Chicago. 5-1 the final score. The Cubs over the Angels. Justice Steele with a complete game shutout. Well, complete game, not a shutout. Well, he needed 95 pitches. Right now, the Braves have the 4th longest streak of consecutive division titles since 1969 with 6. Next up would be beating the Dodgers, but they would have to miraculously come back and win the division this year and then win it again next year. There we go. Top of the Phillies order here in the top of the third inning. It'll be Bryson Stott. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Stott from Breed. Is fouled back at its own 1. Leadoff hitter 0-for-1. He struck out in his lone plate appearance today. 688 OPS, 242 average, 5 home runs, 38 RBIs. Looking for an elusive home runs it seems. The 0-1 pitch to Fried to Stott is in the dirt for a ball. A curveball there, 73 miles an hour. It's 1-1. 33 pitches so far for Fried. Jed Stott has not hit a home run since May 16th. Actually, 18th. He's been a long homer drought. The 1-1 pitch to Stott is fouled away. It's 1-2. Stott, down season compared to a season last year. Still having a pretty solid season on the defensive side. Could be an easy candidate for the Gold Glove Award. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from top of the third inning. For Fried to Stott is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Interestingly enough, Bryson Stott was the one who got the Phillies rally going back in 2023 in the National League Division Series. Doubled down the line, scored by Brandon Marsh's single. Phillies ended up having that iconic Rhys Hoskins bat slam home run to give them the win in Game 3 of the National League Division Series back in 2022. They ended up winning the series in 4. 2-2 pitch to Stott is grounded foul towards Braves dugout, into the Braves dugout. It almost took out Marcell Ozuna and a couple of coaches, so remained 2-2. Braves have a 2.5 game lead for the top wild card spot in the National League. Phillies have a 9-game lead over the Braves for the National League East Division lead. Here comes 2-2 pitch to Stott is in the dirt for a ball. It is 3-2 full count, which is impressive for the Phillies considering they started down a lot this year and they came all the way back to now lead the division by 9 games. Fried ready. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Bryson Stott. Is a ground ball to short second. Albies up with it to first in time. There's one away here in the top of the third inning. And it'll bring up Trey Turner, the National League All-Star starter. This year, won it over Mookie Betts by 2 percentage games. For the Braves, this division deficit is nothing new. Back in 2022, they were down by 10 games in June. 2022, they were down by 8.5 games in June. 2021, they were down by 10 games in June. So both years, the Braves have been down in the month of June and have come back to win the division. This year is a little different. They have to do without their top stars, and the Phillies will be mostly healthy, hopefully. There is a pitch sent to deep right field. Going back is Duvall. Back on the track. He makes the catch right in front of the track. There's 2 away here in the top of the third inning, and it will bring up Alec Boehm. He doubled in his last at-bat. Phillies looking to get some more here. Get some runners on for the middle of the order. When the Phillies score first, they most likely will win the ball game. Besides yesterday, went up 2-0. The Cubs scored 10 unanswered runs and the Phillies lost. First pitch to Boehm was in there for a strike, and it's 0-1, 93 miles an hour. This is 2021. Austin Riley, who made that incredible play at first base, is third among third basemen in defensive run saved. So the Braves are one of the better defensive infields in all baseball. The 0-1 pitch to Boehm is grounded back up the middle off of the heel of Max Fried, and he kicks it right into left field. It's a base hit for Alec Boehm. If Fried let it hit somewhere else, if he didn't try to kick it, it would probably be a ground out, but it will be a single for Alec Boehm. Look at this replay here. Pitch was back bounced off the mound first, then off of Fried's heel. If he doesn't try to kick it up, it's probably a ground out on Boehm. Boehm's not the fastest, but either way, the Phillies will take it. Boehm will take it. 2-hit game so far for Alec. And now there's a runner on again for Nick Castellanos here in the top of the third inning. Castellanos 0-for-1 today. He grounded out on a solid play by Austin Riley. Here comes the first pitch to Castellanos. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. 94 blew right past him. This will be Fried's 44th pitch of the game. Phillies working the pitch count early here in the top of the third inning. 0-0 is our score. 0-1 Castellanos is a base hit the opposite way. Alec Boehm will go to third. Bad throw by Duvall, and Boehm slides in safely to third. He goes first to third. Castellanos with a single, and the Phillies are in business again with 2 outs. They have runners on corners, and will bring up Edmundo Sosa here in the top of the third inning. Castellanos, a beautiful piece of hitting the opposite way. He is heated up in a big way. Boehm, Duvall stumbled a little, so he threw it off balance to third base. If he was on balance, he might have had Boehm, but it wouldn't have mattered. Boehm, with his speed, was able to get to third. Now there's runners on the corners for the Phillies, and it'll bring up Edmundo Sosa. He's 0-for-1 today. 7 seconds. Fried starts his windup. The pitch is inside. It almost hit Sosa. It looked like it did, but they called a ball, and it's 1-0. Sosa 0-for-1. He lined out in his first at-bat. 789 OPS on the season for Sosa. Played very well when Turner was on the injured list. Comes a 1-0 pitch to Sosa. It's high for a ball, and it's 2-0. This will be the 47th pitch of the outing for Max Fried. 2-0 is the count. Castellanos takes his lead off at first. Boehm takes his lead off at third. The 2-0 pitch to Sosa is grounded foul towards the Phillies dugout. It'll be 2-1. With Merrifield on deck, he singled in his first at-bat. He had 13 extra base hits, 17 RBIs in 32 games during Trey Turner's absence from May 4th to June 16th. He's a starting shortstop almost every day for the Phillies. Did a pretty solid job while he was out there. Played at an all-star level. Now platooning over at third with the injuries. 2-1 is Orlando missed it. 2-2. Injuries to Harper has him back in the lineup, platooning third, sometimes at second or short. Stop. Turner needs a day off for the DH. As there's runners on the corners here, the Braves fans are coming alive. Well, not really here at Truist Park. They only come alive when they start throwing beer cans on the field. The 2-2 pitch from Max Fried to Amundo Sosa is inside to hit him on the elbow pad. Braves are trying to say he leaned into the pitch. Sosa seems like he is in pain, and he'll load the bases. The Braves are saying they want to take a look at this. They're trying to say Sosa leaned into the pitch. He is in pain. Either way, this pitch is the ball. They're trying to say Sosa leaned into it. Oh, that's interesting. There's a case they might have lunged into it, but if you go back a couple weeks, he kind of did the same thing against Miami. Oh yeah, that looks like a hit by a pitch there. That does not look like a lean in by Amundo Sosa. Lazia's talking with Rob Thompson and Mundo Sosa, making sure Sosa's okay. He's out there with the trainer and Thompson. Sosa's going to head down to first base, and the bases will be loaded. Hit by pitch. Right on the elbow pad. Then it looked like it hit him in the inner thigh. That might have been causing him more of the pain. Okay, yeah, no, he's grabbing his elbow. So he'll take his lead off of first. Now the bases will be loaded for the Phillies here in the top of the third inning, and it brings up Whit Merrifield. He singled in his first at bat. The first pitch is grounded back up the middle. Fried falls. Sosa is out at second base barely, and the inning is over. Fried fell on the mound. Merrifield put it in play. Was able to get more than that. Fried trips. There's a ground ball. It was back up the middle. Fried tried to make a play. Fell right on his back. Could have been injury there. That'll be just in the nick of time. Sosa was running hard. He stepped on second, and the Phillies strand the bases loaded. More of the same from a lot of Phillies games this season, struggling to hit with runners in scoring position. They go to the bottom of the third inning here in Atlanta. 0-0 is the score. The Phillies and the Braves going through this game pretty quick. Already in the bottom of the third, 0-0. Aaron Nola going out for his third inning of work. 6 up and 6 down for the Phillies. Well, you could say they're co-ace because the Phillies have a lot of aces right now. Who players who look like aces. You have Christopher Sanchez. You have Ranger Suarez. You have Zach Wheeler. You have Aaron Nola. Nola and Wheeler have been top 3 in Cy Young voting. If Sanchez and Suarez keep up their pace, they would probably be top 3 along with Chris Sale right now in the National League Cy Young voting. You also have Paul Skeens in there. Phillies might see him for the first time when they go to Pittsburgh in a couple weeks, in 2 weeks. You could also throw in Braves Ronaldo Lopez. You could still throw in Zach Wheeler. There's a wide open National League Cy Young race as we get here into June. We also have the trade deadline coming up, so there's going to be talent coming over potentially from the American League to the National League, such as Garrett Crochet from Chicago. He could potentially be moved to one of these two teams playing tonight, either the Phillies or the Braves. Both teams have shown interest. Never hurts to have more starting pitching. The Phillies are banged up on that front right now. No Taijuan Walker, no Spencer Turnbull. They're both on the injured list. Michael Mercado up from AAA. And the Phillies made another move today, bringing up Tyler Phillips from AAA. He's also started 15 starts this season, 4.98 ERA in his time in AAA. Phillies have been in first place in the National League East every day since May 4th. They have an 86.3% chance to win the division, as Atlanta now only has a 13% chance. Atlanta had an 89% chance to win it on opening day. Phillies had 6.8% chance. So the tables have completely shifted here. Here comes Adam Duvall, bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Duvall is in there for a strike, and it's only one. Duvall spent all of last year with the Boston Red Sox on a World Series with the Atlanta Braves back in 21. He was traded from the Marlins to the Braves. So in 2022 with Atlanta, went in free agency to Boston, always finds a way back to Atlanta. The pitch is outside, and it's 1-1 to Duvall. But the Phillies are complete in the driver's seat. to win the National League East this season. It'll be their first division win since 2011. When best record in franchise history, they lost. This pitch is fouled away, and it's 1-2. They lost to the St. Louis Cardinals, the National League Division Series. Rob Thompson looking to take the Phillies there for the first time in his third year as manager, second full season as manager. Just turned the Phillies from a bottom feeder to a juggernaut in the MLB. Had the best record for weeks now. So the best record by 2 games over the Baltimore Orioles. 27 games over 500. The 1-2 pitch to Adam Duvall is inside, and it's 2-2. The Phillies, their biggest kryptonite has been the Atlanta Braves in the regular season over these last couple of years. 14-21 in the regular season. But their best records through July 4th. Yesterday was July 4th. 1976, 52-22. 1993, 54-28. All the teams that are surrounding them, that pitch is fouled away and still 2-2. All the teams surrounding this team have lost. They have not won the World Series. The Phillies looking to change that up. 2 teams lost in the World Series. 1976 team didn't even make it to the World Series. So both these teams trying to change it up. The only way the Phillies change it up is when they get healthy. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber all coming back. As Nola gets set, the 2-2 pitch from Nola to Duvall is in there for strike 3 looking. Nola's third strikeout of the night, and there's one away here in the bottom of the third inning. And it brings up Orlando Arcia. Had an infamous moment last year between Arcia and the Phillies after Game 2, the National League Division Series. It's quoted in the Braves clubhouse saying, "Attaboy Harper," after Bryce Harper was doubled up on the final play of the game on a fly ball to deep right center field. And Bryce Harper went on to hit 2 home runs in Game 3 of the National League Division Series, and the Phillies win and stared down Arcia both times. Arcia went home in a bad situation. Harper went on to the National League Championship Series, having an MVP season this year. Arcia, a platoon player in Atlanta. 0-1 pitch to Arcia is low in the dirt, and it's 1-1. That was when Arcia said those words, "Attaboy Harper," is exactly when the series shifted into the Phillies' favor. Set off Bryce Harper. Hasn't been the same since. 1-1 pitch to Arcia. Swung on and missed in the dirt, and it's 1-2. On deck for the Braves is Eli White, the former Texas Ranger. First time the Phillies have had 3 starting infielders in the All-Star game since 1982. Alec Bohm, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper will all be there. Swung on and missed in the dirt. There's 1 away. There's 2 away now. Back strikeouts for Aaron Nola. They'll bring up Eli White. That ball is away in the dirt, blocked by Marchand. Tagged out. Arcia. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning, and it will bring up Eli White. Tonight he's the left fielder for the Braves. So here comes the 0-0 pitch from Nola to White. It is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Season Eli White, 294 average, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. That was in AAA. Gwinnett. Today his contract was actually selected from the Gwinnett Strippers. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to White. Is in there for a strike, and it's 1. The Braves have been hit with a flurry of injuries throughout the season, so White being up could help them potentially stay healthy. More potential offense. He's had a good season down in AAA. The 1-1 pitch is hit into shallow left field. Pache is under. He makes the catch. Of the inning is over. 9 up, 9 down for Nola. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and it's still 0-0. Phillies with 5 hits, Braves with none, but the score remains even at 0-0. Phillies looking to do something with their base runners. Had the bases loaded last inning, did not score a run. Atlanta trying to get base runners, have not had a base runner yet tonight. They'll be at the top of the order next time they come up. By then, hopefully the Phillies will have a lead in this one. make the score better than 0-0, potentially 1-0, 2-0. Could get crazy and call it 3-0 with this Phillies offense. At the bottom of the order, it's Marchand, Rojas, and Pache. Face Max Fried. Fried should be getting a lot of money this offseason. Seven pitch arsenal Fried has. Could most likely stay with Atlanta, or he could go out west from California, could sign with the Dodgers, the juggernaut Dodgers. They'd spend all the money, could sign with the Padres potentially. They need starting pitching. But for now, I'm sure he's focused on trying to help this Braves team at least make the playoffs to potentially go far in the playoffs. And for him, he could potentially even get traded at the trade deadline if the Braves do struggle here this next month, miss out on the playoffs, or lose their playoff spot that they have already right now. Could be something to watch for. Most likely won't happen. Atlanta will most likely hold on to him and make sure he does not, get traded. But also, if you're Atlanta, you probably want to get something in return for him. There's a good chance he's not going to re-sign this offseason. Atlanta has kind of neglected him when it comes to their contracts. They've got almost everybody else on their team under a long-term extension. You have Strider under a long-term extension, Acuna, Riley, Albies. The list goes on and on. Michael Harris, Sean Murphy, he's not playing tonight. Matt Olson. The list goes on and on. But they have all been able to get their money, while Max Fried got there first out of all the players currently on the roster, has still not been able to get paid. It'll be Rafael Marchand to lead off the beginning of the fourth inning in a 0-0 ball game. First pitch from Fried is a curveball high for a ball 71 miles an hour, and it's 1-0. On deck, Johan Rojas sacrifice in his last at-bat. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Marchand. Is in there for a strike, drops down at 72 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Marchand singled in his last at-bat, stranded on second. Comes a 1-1 pitch to Marchand. It swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Again, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe and participate in the poll. Who's going to win tonight, the Phillies or the Braves? Right now, 86% of you are saying the Phillies. We'll see. 1-2 count to Marchand. Phillies trying to get on the board here. 1-0 in a 0-0 ball game. Top of the fourth inning, the 1-2 pitch to Marchand is grounded towards the Phillies dugout, foul. Marchand has been very, very solid ever since he's been called up from AAA, his first stint in the major leagues since 2021. It's been him and Stubbs really catching every other day, so the guess would be Garrett Stubbs will get to start tomorrow for the Phillies as the 1-2 pitch is grounded over towards first base. Fried will go over to cover. He makes the play, and there's one away. Fried, a very good fielding pitcher. Gold Glove Award winner. Did not win last year. It was won by Zach Wheeler. But a very good fielding first baseman. Made a crucial play, if you remember, in Game 6 of the World Series back in 2021, getting Michael Brantley out, got his ankle stepped on. He started that game for Atlanta. That was a clinching game as Atlanta won their World Series. Here comes the pitch to Rojas. Is a ball outside and high, and it's 1-0, 72 miles an hour. Fried so far using his curveball a lot. Rojas 0 for 1 tonight. Fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Next pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1-1, 85 miles an hour by Fried. Already at 57 pitches here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 is the count. Pitch count been run up by the Phillies. Good at bat so far. The 1-1 pitch is low, and it's 2-1. Multiple 2-ball, 1-ball, 3-ball counts. They've really been able to work and try to spread out Fried, try to get to him early, try to get him out of this game. As Fried gets ready, 2-1 pitch to Rojas is off the end of the bat. Stop, dive play, and Rojas is safe. He slides. It was a diving stop by Matt Olson. He threw it over to first, and Rojas slid into first base, and it looks like he was safe. Braves are going to look at this. We're on the phone right now. It was a diving stop by Matt Olson. Almost got it to the hole. He flipped it over to Fried. It was a good throw. Fried had to stop his momentum, though, and Rojas, that's a bang-bang play. He slid into first. Let's look at he might be out. Yeah, it looks like Rojas is going to be out here. Great hustle by Johan Rojas. That's something he's shown since he got called back up from AAA, but looks like he might be out, as this play will be challenged. It will be under review. 0-0 ball game here in the top of the fourth inning between the Phillies and the Braves. This replay, it's bang as you could get, but I think Fried got him by an inch. This will be a better camera angle. Haven't really gotten a great camera angle here to see if he's safe or out. This will probably be the best one here. Oh, that's so hard to tell. I think they're going to keep him safe here because the initial call was safe. I don't think they're going to overturn it. It's a bang play. As the play is still under review. Taking their time. Bang, it's as bang as you could get. But as they're going through this replay review, I will remind you I will be back here, post-game recap, right after the game. So make sure to check it out right here on Big Fan Sports. Next time I will be live will be on Tuesday for Game 1 of the Phillies and Dodgers series. So make sure to check that one out as well. Make sure to subscribe and like while you're here as well. Greatly appreciated. Only bad thing by Rojas here is he made a mess. First base foul line, it could play a crucial part as if we get later in the game, potentially. Again, play still under review. Johan Rojas hit a ball there was a shift on, hit a ball right into the first base, second base gap. Olson slid, diving stop. He threw it over to Max Fried, a little behind, but he still made the out. But they called him safe on the field. It's a bang play. I don't think they're going to be able to overturn this. Runner again, if this call does stand or is confirmed, there will be a runner on first here in the top of the fourth inning, even though Fried's next pitch, no matter what, will be his 60th pitch. If they overturn this, and the call will stand. So Rojas with a hustle single. Fried a little pissed off. I'm going to bring up Christian Pache. The Phillies left fielder tonight struck out looking in his only plate appearance with 2 on and 2 out. Pitch to Pache is inside for a ball and it's 1-0. This opportunity is 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Pache yet to homer, 8 RBIs on the season. Still batting under 200. The 1-0 pitch is inside for a ball and it's 2-0 to Pache. Pache out of options. Again, good chance he might be designated for his time once everybody starts to come back and get healthy. Considering his play has been lackluster to say the least. And the Phillies cannot send him down. 2-0, Rojas takes his lead as they try to pick him off. It won't work. First disengagement of the at-bat. It's a tough pickoff move by Max Fried, considering he is a lefty. Obviously, facing first base, so you're not sure whether he's in his windup or throwing over to first. The pitch to Pache is high and it's 3-0. It's a 3-0 count. Bryson Stott on deck. The leadoff hitter, he's 0 for 2. It's crazy to think Bryce Harper's are in his 6th year as that pitch is in there for a strike and it's 3-1. the Apple TV broadcast tonight. The game is on Apple TV. Apple TV broadcast is talking to him right now. Mid-game interview. It's crazy. He's already in his 6th year with the Phillies. He's done a lot already in a short time. MVP, carried the Phillies to a World Series. 3-1 is swung on a miss, and it's now a full count. We're in an entirely new position. Now looking to lead the Phillies to the ultimate goal and win the World Series this time. Gotten close the last 2 years. Harper also on the mission to win his 3rd MVP. Has a chance to do that as well with the season he's having. Over 20 home runs, 58 RBIs, currently on the injured list with a hamstring injury. Could come back as early as Tuesday or Wednesday. Comes the 3-2 pitch to Pache. It is fouled away. This count started as 3-0 for Christian Pache. But has been able to work Max Fried's pitch count now up to 65 pitches, only in the top of the 4th inning. And with the speed of both Pache and Rojas, the likeliness of them turning a double play is very low. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Fried to Christian Pache. It is fouled away again. Pache fighting off here, battling. 66 pitches for Fried. Three-two, it's a full count. Pache on, Rojas takes his lead. Full count pitch to Pache is a base hit into right center field. Rojas on his way to 3rd. He will get there without a throw. Back-to-back singles for the Phillies. And for the 2nd straight inning, they have runners on the corners. And it will bring up Bryson Stott at the top of the order. Phillies trying to get something here. Their 7th hit of the night. So have not been able to cash in with a run. Could be big if Bryson Stott could come through here. Pache, a big hit for him. Breaking a little hitless streak. Brings up Stott. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Fly ball should make this a 1-0 Phillies lead. Ground ball could be an inning-ending double play. Stott 0 for 2 tonight. He's DH for the Phillies. Getting right off the field. Most likely will be back at second base tomorrow. Next pitch, Stott is a ground ball to short. Oh no. And it's a bad throw, and the Phillies lead 1-0. Could have been a double play. Bad throw by Albies. Bounce. Couldn't pick. Probably go down as a fielder's choice. Olsen couldn't pick it. It's an RBI for Bryson Stott. It's 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the 4th inning. Albies tried to do a little jump throw. Olsen could not pick it. If he was able to pick it, it would be the end of the inning. He wasn't able to pick it. Run scores. It's 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the 4th inning. And the Braves caught a break, not being able to get it, not getting in the Phillies dugout. Excuse me, in the Braves dugout. It did. It could have been pretty bad. Here comes Turner. Throw over to first is not in time. Tried to pick off Stott. Didn't get him. Turner's 0 for 2 today as well. Strikeout and a flyout. Averages down to a .337. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs on the season for Trey. 1-0 Phillies here in the top of the 1st. Pitches outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. 2 outs here. Runner on first on a fielder's choice. 1-0 Phillies. Alec Boehm on deck. He has 2 hits so far tonight. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Trey Turner. It's crushed into left field, and that ball is long gone. It's 3-0 Phillies. A 2-run home run for Trey Turner. His 6th on the year, and the Phillies are expanding their lead. It's 3-0. Trey Turner's 3rd home run of the week. And it's 3-0 Phillies over the Braves. He gets to Fried again, his second home run against Fried all time. And just like that, the Phillies have given themselves a little bit of a cushion. It's 3-0 Phils. 72 curveball right in the zone. Turner sat back and crushed him. The Phillies fans in attendance are on their feet. Turner stepped up when the Phillies have needed him to the most. First pitch to Bone, the swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. So curveball almost right down the middle, and Turner saw it, and he knew immediately when it left his bat that it was going to go. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Fried to Alec Bohm. Is fouled off of Bohm, and it's 0-2. Phillies 3-0. Bohm now average back up to 300. 11 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 845 OPS. On the season, looking to add on to the Phillies' lead. Bohm already halfway to a cycle. He'll also be participating in the home run derby. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Bohm. Is lined to right field. It's a base hit. Bohm has his third hit already of the night, and the Phillies continue to add on their 9th hit of the ball game. And the inning will continue, and Nick Castellanos will come up. Beautiful piece of hitting, opposite field hitting for Alec Bohm. Fried getting frustrated. The Phillies have been able to get a lot of base hits against him. 6 singles tonight against 7 singles, tonight for the Phillies against Fried. They've come on infield singles, hustle singles, singles into the outfield, opposite field singles all across the place for the Phillies. And it helps when you have home runs from Trey Turner and a double from Alec Bohm. But right now, 53 strikes, 74 pitches for Max Fried here in the top of the 4th inning. They'll bring up Nick Castellanos. Phillies have a chance to break this game wide open. As here comes Castellanos. First pitch to Casty is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Doesn't look like he agrees. Looked like that could have been called a ball. Castellanos is 1 for 2 today. His average is now up to a 237. He's climbed a point already. He's been on fire recently. The 0-1 pitch from Fried to Nick Castellanos is blooped. Another base hit for the Phillies. Another single for the Phillies. Castellanos, his second hit of the night. It's the 10th hit for the Phillies in this game. And it'll bring up Edmundo Sosa. A frustrated Fried here in the top of the 4th inning. Phillies have singled him to death here on Friday night. Just a nice little bloop single by Castellanos. Took a pitch that was on the outside, turned it right in, pulled it into left field. Fried is still out there trying to finish this inning. It's Edmundo Sosa. The first pitch is high and inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Sosa 0 for 1 today. He also was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Try to extend the Phillies' lead here with Merrifield on deck. The 1-0 pitch to Sosa is a high. White and Arcia both coming in. White will make the catch, and the inning is finally over. Phillies almost bat around here. They get 3-2 on a Trey Turner 2-run home run. It's 3-0 Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning in Atlanta. Big inning for the Phillies there. They will get on the board, get some runs. As Aaron Nola now has a cushion to work with. Still not allowed a base runner in this game. So he's been on cruise control. So of the Phillies so far, it's 3-0. And they've been able to get to Max Fried. A lot of singles, a lot of contact, and it's not weak contact. It's good contact. Good contact. But they've been able to get to Fried and honestly single him to death. So far this season for Fried against the Phillies, most likely his day is over. 14 outs for Fried against the Phillies this season. He's put 16 men on base. So the Phillies have had a lot of success against Fried. Most likely see him again. The Phillies play the Braves in the end of August twice, 3 games in Atlanta, 3 games in Philly. Let's see, 4 games in Philly. So that's a big 7-game stretch right there for the Phillies. In between that, they host the Astros and visit the Royals. So that's a key stretch there of games for the Phillies. The schedule will get harder for the Phillies as we get into August. Post All-Star break is going to be the toughest stretch of games. It's a tough 3 weeks for the Phillies. It's really going to show everyone what the Phillies are made of. You have Pittsburgh, which should be easy, but then you have Minnesota, Cleveland, New York, Seattle, the Dodgers, and now the Diamondbacks are finding their stride as well. That's a really tough 3-week stretch for the Phillies. They're going to have to get through it somehow, some way. They're going to be on the road a lot. The Minnesota, Seattle, Arizona, and LA series are all road series for the Phillies. And the Phillies have been much better at home than on the road. So the Phillies are it's not going to be easy, but they're going to have to come through on the road in a different environment and try to win games to extend this lead over Atlanta. This is why this series could be crucial for the Phillies this season. 10 hits for the Phillies tonight. 3-0 is the score as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Jared Kelenic to lead it off for the Braves. First pitch is inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. It's at 92 miles an hour. Kelenic, a home run. 9 home runs this season, 26 RBIs, 271 average. Flew out in his lone plate appearance. He flew out to center field. 1-0 pitch to Kelenic is outside, and it's 2-0. Nola's pitch count at 45. Much lower than his opponents tonight. Max Fried struggling tonight with his pitch count. It was 2-0 from Nola to Kelenic is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. Frustrating night for Max Fried. His night could be over. We'll see. Already close to 80 pitches. Turner with the big hit, big blow. 2-run home run. Matt Olson looking a lot easier. It's a tough night for the Atlanta Braves. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from Nola to Kelenic is inside for a ball, and it's 3-1. Braves looking for their first base runner of this game. So have not had one tonight. This Braves offense has gone from one of the best offenses of all time to now a middle of the pack offense. There's a 3-1 pitch to Kelenic. It's in there for a strike, and the count runs full. 3-2 is the count. On deck is Ozzie Albies. He struck out in his first at-bat. 3-2 pitch from Nola to Kelenic is a ground ball, foul, hit Marchand. Laz Diaz takes a run out to Aaron Nola to give Marchand a breather. And the count stays full. We'll do it again, another 3-2. The Braves are almost averaging 2 less runs from last season, which is a significant drop when you look at it. So if they want to have a chance to win anything this season, they have to really get back on track. And that hit Marchand right in the thigh area. Might hit him where the sun doesn't shine. So he's ready now. Throws the ball to Nola. This will be Nola's 50th pitch of the game. For 3-0 cushion. A 3-run cushion for Nola. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning in a 3-0 ball game. 3-2 pitch from Nola to Kelenic. It's swung on a miss, strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. 5 strikeouts for Nola tonight. Averaging a strikeout every 10 pitches. 50 pitches, 5 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. And brings up Ozzie Albies. He struck out in his first plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Frustrated Braves lineup. First pitch to Albies is outside, and it's 1-0. 1-0 is the score. 3-0 is the score. 1-0 is the count. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola starts his windup. The 1-0 is one missed, and it's 0-1. Nola has been absolutely dealing so far through this Braves lineup, trying to keep it going, trying to get the Phillies a win. It'll be their 3rd win of the week. trying to get another series opening win. They've been very good in the series openers this year. So there's a ground ball through the hole. It's a base hit. The Braves' first base runner of the game. Single by Ozzy Albies on the left side. On the right side of the diamond, excuse me. I'll put a runner on. Sounds like fireworks outside on the 5th of July. We'll put a runner on first with one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on first. Here comes Austin Riley. Pitch is swung on and crushed to center field. Back is Rojas. He looks up and it is gone. Austin Riley has cut this lead, and it's a 2-run home run. It's 3-2 Phillies. Riley goes deep again, 414 feet to dead center field. And they get to Nola here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 3-2 Atlanta. It's 3-2 Phillies. Runs proven crucial. Rojas almost hurt his arm a little bit. Jumped at the wall. The Braves dug out a little hyped up as they're back in this ball game. Here comes the first pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Olsen grounded out his only plate appearance. Austin Riley now 6 home runs against Aaron Nola in his career. It's double more than any other pitcher in his entire major league career. Next pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-2 to Matt Olson. Tough inning so far for Nola. Started out without allowing a base runner, and now it's a 1-run ball game. Comes the 0-2 pitch from Nola to Matt Olson. Is fouled back. We'll do it again, another 0-2, 94 miles an hour there by Aaron Nola. No movement in either bullpen yet. It's 90 miles an hour, middle in, and Riley just crushed it to center. He knew it. His 11th on the season. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Matt Olson. That looked like that was in there, but it's a ball called by Laz Diaz. Also 12 home runs on the season. One swing of the bat could tie this ball game up. 3-2 is the score. Here comes the pitch from Nola to Olson. Is checked on, and he does not go, and the count runs even. It's 2-2. And while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe on the road to 100 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Nola to Olson. Is fouled down the left field line, and it will remain 2-2. First at bat, they did the same thing. Foul balls all across the place. Foul balls to right field, foul balls to left field. Then he finally put the ball in play and grounded out for sallying back in the second. Nola trying to get his second out of the inning here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is a ground ball over to third, right over to third. Beautifully placed, and Mundo Sosa throw over to first in time, and there's 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, it brings up Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna trying to become another Brave with back-to-back 40 home run seasons. Had 40 last year, 100 RBIs. Some would say it was a quiet 40 home runs last year. Will most likely be on his way to an all-star appearance this year. First pitch to Marcell Ozuna is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1, 89 miles an hour. Ozuna with 21 home runs this season, 67 RBIs. 0 for 1 today. He popped out in his first plate appearance. Comes the pitch, is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Nola trying to finish this inning cleanly. He's allowed 2 runs on a 2-run home run. A 2-run home run by Austin Riley. And top of the 4th inning, 3-2 Phillies on top. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Nola to Marcel Ozuna. Is looped into left, coming on his Pache. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Braves get on the board on a Austin Riley 2-run shot. It's 3-2 Phils as we go to the top of the 5th inning in Atlanta. Phillies have 5 more times the hits the Braves do tonight, but it's only a 1-run game. Phillies have stranded a lot of people on base. Something that's cost them in the past. Go back Game 5 of the World Series. Had the bases loaded multiple times. It wasn't able to convert. Lost the game by 1 run. Now it's a 1-0. Well, now it's 3-2 the score, but it really feels like it's a 1-0 ball game. Phillies have the lead. It's how it feels right now. And for the Phillies this inning will be Whit Merrifield, Rafael Marchand, and Johan Rojas all have hits in this ball game. Every Philly almost has a hit. Only Philly who does not have a hit, or there's 2 Phillies who don't have a hit, Bryson Stein and Mundo Sosa. The only 2 Phillies who do not have a hit tonight. Phillies looking to get a win here, 14-21 against Atlanta in the regular season, dating back to 2022. Again, I will be live. Next time I will be live will be on Tuesday when the Phillies take on the Dodgers. Make sure to check that one out. I'll be back for Game 2, hopefully, of that series as well. So a couple live streams for the Dodgers-Phillies series, the 2 best teams in the National League right now. The 2nd and 3rd best teams in the National League are facing off tonight as the Dodgers and the Brewers take on. Thank you, Star Wars 99. Let's go, Phillies. Phillies up 3-2. 10 hits allowed by Fried. Done it on every single pitch. 3 on his sinker, 2 on his changeup, 2 on his fastball, 1 on his slider, 1 on his cutter, 1 on his curveball. 105 hits allowed against Philly in his career. Phillies have done a lot more damage tonight. He's back out there for his 5th inning of work. Comes the first pitch to Whit Merrifield. Is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Merrifield, single, stole base. Also a fielder's choice. Yep, Nola's doing good tonight. Just 1 blunder on his stat line. There's a ground ball to 3rd. Riley charging it over to 1st in time, and there's 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. And Nola is doing good tonight. Couple of blunders on that home run and little single. Mostly the home run by Riley. Honestly, not surprising at this point. Riley almost tags him every time with a home run. It's been his one big struggle in his career has been against Austin Riley. There's 1 away here in the top of the 5th. We'll bring up Rafael Marchand. First pitch is in there for a strike at 92 miles an hour, and so 1. Top of the 5th, 1 out. 0-1 is the count. Marchand back 263. Single in his first at-bat. Grounded out in his one after that. Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Yeah, so far, Trey Turner is the player of the game. 2-run home run. Bohm also has 3 hits, so he could be a contender as well. 3 hits. Double, 2 singles. Castellanos also with 2 hits. 10 hits, but the Phillies only had 3 runs. Got to drive in those runners in scoring position. 1-1 is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Phillies have to be able to drive in those runners in scoring position or just on base. Just got to try to advance them further and further here. Marchand, the count 2-1. The pitch is floated in there for a strike, and it's 2-2 at curveball. 73 miles an hour. Fried relying a lot on his curveball tonight. Already at 84 pitches. This will be his 85th of the game. In the top of the 5th inning, this will most likely be his last inning of work against the Phillies tonight. The pitch is swung on and mix, and it's the 2nd out of the inning. The Phillies did get to Max Fried tonight. They've done it a lot. They got to him on the 2nd game of the season. Phillies were just not able to finish the job against the Braves. In that one, Nola struggled. Went 4 1/3 innings pitched. Still away now here in top of the fifth inning. And it'll bring up Johan Rojas. He has a single today. First pitch is floated in there again. It's a strike. It's on one. A lot of first pitch curveballs by Fried. A lot of curveballs by Fried, period. 2-1. Rojas, 2 home runs on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Fried. It is low in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-1. Had a home run last year against the Braves. It was his first true home run against an actual MLB pitcher. It's back in September. Boys have a lot of memories in Atlanta from last year. Pitch is grounded, scooped by Riley over at third, over to first in time, and the inning is over. Phillies go 1-2-3 for the first time tonight, most likely the end of Fried's night. Go to the bottom of the fifth, and it's 3-2 Phillies. Nola going out for hopefully will be his 5th complete inning of work. Last time out against Atlanta, couldn't finish the 5th inning. So if he goes out there and finishes this inning, he'll already go farther than he did last time against Atlanta. Had a solid start his last time out against Miami. Got a no decision. So he actually got a loss against Miami on an inherited runner scoring on Matt Strom. So tough outing on Saturday. Only gave 3 runs, though. Had a solid start against Detroit. Got a win in that one, and then had one of his worst starts of his career. He had a solid start against the D-backs. No, he had a start against the Padres. He had a solid start against them, and then he had his worst start of his career against the Red Sox. Gave up 8 runs. And that tonight, he's been doing pretty well. 5 strikeouts for Nola. He'll go out there for his 5th inning of work. It'll be Darno, Duvall, and Orlando Arcia. Yeah, Nola does have to get this win. This will be his 100th career win if he gets it. Phillies need it. Nola needs it. It would be nice to get the bullpen some rest, considering Michael Mercado is in line to start on Sunday. He went 5 innings in his last start. You also have Ranger Suarez starting tomorrow. He struggled mightily in his last start. So the Phillies hopefully could have the bullpen available. It'd be big if Nola could get through 6 or 7 innings tonight for the Phillies. So get about set to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies 3, Braves 2. Phillies have a 9-game lead over the Atlanta Braves, the National League Eastern Division. Have a multi-game lead over the Dodgers. They host them this week. I'll be live for that series. Make sure to come in and check that out. Here comes Travis d'Arnaud. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to short in his only plate appearance. d'Arnaud, the former Philly, was drafted by the Phillies back in 2008. Was a part of the Roy Halladay deal to get Roy Halladay to the Phillies. Michael Taylor, Travis d'Arnaud, notable players to Toronto. d'Arnaud was then traded to the Mets for R.A. Dickey. With the Mets for a couple years, they let him go. He went to the Dodgers, went to the Rays, had a solid season with the Rays, and signed with the Braves back in 2020. A Silver Slugger, All-Star appearance, helped the Braves win the 2021 World Series. Here he is. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to d'Arnaud. Is on the corner for strike through 92 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. Again, Duvall in his first at-bat grounded out to short to Trey Turner. Over at short comes the 0-2 pitch from Nola to d'Arnaud. 3 seconds on the pitch clock. Nola in his windup. Here comes the pitch. Is fouled away. It'll still be 0-2. Nola 67 pitches. d'Arnaud also hit a big home run against Zach Wheeler in last year's Game 2 of the National League Division Series, which really got the Braves back into the ball game. Ended up going on to win that game. Lost the series, though, in 4. 0-2 pitch from Nola to d'Arnaud is high for a ball, and it's 1-2. 93 miles an hour on the fastball. On deck for the Braves is Adam Duvall. He struck out in his first plate appearance looking. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Nola to Travis d'Arnaud. Swung on and missed, strike three. There's one away here in the bottom of the fifth. Nola's 6K of the game, now up to 105 on the season. So far tonight, the Braves are 0-5 in their at-bats versus the curveball. So far, he's been really effective with all of his pitches besides that one inning, last inning, single and a home run. Pitch to Duvall is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Nola plus 4,000 odds to win the National League Cy Young Award, which is crazy considering he's had a solid season, but he's fourth on the team in odds to win the National League Cy Young. Here's a 0-1 pitch to Duvall, is fouled back, and it's 0-2. 93 miles an hour there from Nola. And he has been a great pitcher this season for the Phillies. And he's the fourth best pitcher on the team. That's how good the Phillies rotation is right now. But 71 pitches so far tonight for Nola. 21 have been fastballs. 17 have been curveballs. Nola trying to get another out here. Duvall down in the count, 0-2. Orlando Arcia is on deck. 0-2 pitch is high for a ball, and it's 1-2. 72 pitches so far tonight for Nola. Trying to keep the pitch count down, trying to get out of this inning, which would be great with under 80 pitches thrown. Looks ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Adam Duvall. Is chopped into the ground, foul towards the Phillies dugout. The Mundo Sosa will go scoop it up, give it over to the bat boy. As count remains 1-2. And at Truist Park, one of the newest ballparks in baseball, opened back in 2017, home of the Braves ever since. Comes the 1-2 pitch from Nola to Duvall, is checked swing, and he does not go, and the count runs even. It's 2-2. Atlanta will host the All-Star game next year, back in 2025. They were slated to host in 2021. Got it pulled from there, went to Colorado, so they'll be hosting the game next year. And then the Phillies will have their opportunity to host the All-Star game for the first time in Citizens Bank Park in 2026. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Nola to Duvall. He swung on and missed, strike three. Nola another strikeout, second strikeout of the inning. That's the second out of the inning. 7 strikeouts so far tonight for Nola. Both teams struggling with outfield depth. Could be looking some trade assets at the deadline. And a lot of this could be a very interesting deadline. A lot of people who could be on the move. Luis Robert is obviously the biggest name. Phillies and Braves have both been rumored to trade for him. First pitch to Arcia is a ground ball past Bohm into right field. It's a base hit for Orlando Arcia. He gets on, and the inning continues for Eli White. So a nice little single for Arcia. Attaboy Arcia. Then we'll bring up Eli White, the 9-hole hitter for Atlanta. Look like Bohm took a little while to get up. He looks like he's fine. 5 seconds, 4 seconds down the pitch clock. 3, 2. Nola starts his windup. The pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Again, Las Diaz behind home plate tonight. One of the longest tenured umpires in all baseball. For the corresponding move for Eli White, they option Forrest Wall to AAA Gwinnett. Comes the 0-1 pitch to White is a broken background ball back towards Nola. Merrifield over to first in time, and the inning is over. Hopefully the bat did not hit Nola. Stuck in the ground, and the inning is over. 4-3 on the ground out. It'll be the 9-1-2 for the Phillies due up as we go towards the top of the 6th inning in Atlanta. A 3-2 ball game closer than the Phillies would want it, especially since they do have 10 hits tonight. Braves only have 2, and Nola's had one of his better starts so far of the season. But the Phillies offense has not been able to help him, not been able to get in any runs so far. He had the 3, and that's it. Again, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. We're to 100 subscribers. Helps out a lot when you subscribe. We have more content coming on the way. Dodgers series will be live at least for game 1 and 2. Not sure about game 3 yet, but we'll definitely be live for game 1 and 2 of that series. Make sure to check that out. Big series. Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers. No Mookie Betts. He's out right now with injury. Will Smith for the Dodgers should be there as well. Yeah, for the Phillies, you have Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, 2 all-star starters. You also could have Bryce Harper back potentially. Also, Kyle Schwarber is expected to be back. So the Phillies should be as close as they've been for a while to full health by the All-Star break. And hopefully by the end of the All-Star break, JT Realmuto will be back for the Phillies, back catching for the Phillies as they look to extend their lead over the Braves in the division. Yeah, Mercado going on Sundays. That's why it's big that Nola's been able to get through the fifth inning, still cleaning, need him to get through 6 or even 7 to make sure the bullpen does have to work a lot, because the bullpen did have to go a lot yesterday with Sanchez having his worst start of the season so far. So the bullpen's going to need to rest up. Ranger tomorrow need a big start out of him as well against Spencer Schwalbenbach. There's one game the Phillies should expect to lose in the series. It's probably Sunday with Michael Mercado against Ronaldo Lopez, who has one of the best ERAs in all of baseball. He's not qualified yet from the White Sox, signed with the Braves. Played for the Angels a little. Played for the Guardians as well. Now in Atlanta, signed a contract this past offseason. Having a pretty solid season, could be on his way to Texas as an all-star. Here we go. First pitch to Pache is lined into right field. Duvall coming in. He'll make the catch. There's 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Fried's still out there on the mound here. He's already thrown 89 pitches. His next pitch will be his 90th. Be the 90th pitch of the game for Max Fried. That brings up Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 3 today. Fielder's choice as well. First pitch to Stott is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Stott calls time. Grounded to a fielder's choice, but that was a run for the Phillies to give them their first run. Got on the board. Came around and scored on the Trey Turner home run. Count is 0-1 to Stott here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch to Stott is low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Again, Stott on a long homerless streak. Not homered since May 18th. Getting close to almost 2 months without a home run for Bryson Stott. Phillies need him to get his power source back to extend this division lead over Atlanta. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Stott, a Gold Glove candidate. The lone Phillies infielder, not an all-star starter. Trey Turner starting at short, Alec Bohm at third, Bryce Harper at first. There will not be Bryson Stott. And shades of the 2015 Kansas City Royals had 3 out of their 4 infielders in the All-Star game. There's a strike in there to Stott. That looked outside to me. But it's in there. Yeah, that was way outside. It was about a ball outside. But the count is 2-2 nevertheless. Very reminiscent of the 2022 Kansas City Royals. So there was a 2-2 pitch from Fried to Stott. Is fouled back towards the press box. That would be another 2-2. Very reminiscent of the 2015 Kansas City Royals. The fans voted almost all of their starters into the All-Star game. The Phillies tried to, but obviously the rules different. The Phillies were not able to vote in everyone. All the Phillies fans were not able to vote in everyone. Here comes 2-2 pitch, as there's a ground ball foul towards the Braves dugout. Now up the first base line, but it is a foul ball. That count remains 2-2. So remains to see if the Phillies will allow Fried to take on Turner. Turner's due up. Fried, this will be his 96th pitch of the game. In the top of the 6th inning, 2-2. The pitch is outside, and the count runs full. It's 3-2. 96 pitches so far for Fried. And while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to participate in the poll. Who's going to win this game? It's 3-2 Phillies. Top of the 6th, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch from Max Fried to Bryson Stott is high for ball 4, and Stott walks, puts a runner on again for Trey Turner. Turner, 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Gave the Phillies a 3-0 lead. And the Braves are going to leave Fried in to face Turner. There's a little motion in the Braves dugout, but they're going to go. First pitch from Fried to Turner is high, not deep, towards out of play, and it will get out of play, and it's 0-1. Runner on first is Bryson Stott. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. This will be the 99th pitch of Fried's night already. 7 seconds left on the pitch clock, now down to 5. Fried starts his warm-up at 3. The pitch is crushed again. Trey Turner, 2-home run night again. A longer one. What a night for Trey Turner. What a week for Trey Turner. His 7th home run on the season. It's 5-2 Phillies. The dugout comes alive. Trey Turner, 459 feet to dead left field, and it's 5-2 Phillies. Trey Turner is on a heater right now. What a week for Trey. He is showing that he has earned to be the all-star starter at shortstop in the National League. It doesn't matter that he missed 40 games. He is the best shortstop in the National League, and he's showing it right now. His 4th home run of the week. His second 2-home run night of the week. His second 2-run home run of the night. 4 RBIs tonight for Turner. On the 99th pitch, Fried is still out there. Pitching coach coming out. What a night for Trey Turner. 21 home runs against Atlanta in his career. 2 of them tonight. Turner coming alive here in the month of July, and the Phillies now with a 5-2 lead over Atlanta. They'll bring up Alec Boehm. He's 3 for 3. And Turner knew it again. Fried knew it as well, right off the bat. It was long gone. And the Phillies fans in attendance becoming more and more obvious here in Atlanta. Turner having himself a night, having himself a week, could be having himself a month. First pitch to Boehm is tapped right in front of home plate. Fried coming on, throw over to first is in time. There's 2 away on pitch 100. It's a ground out. 1-3. There's 2 away, and it brings up Nick Castellanos. He has 2 hits tonight. Oh my God. The Pirates are up 14-2 against the Mets. Game was 2-2 at one point. Mets had a lead at one point, but it's 14-2 Pirates over the Mets. So the Phillies not to worry about the Mets getting any ground either. All right, now Nick Castellanos is coming up. He's 2 for 3. He has 2 singles, averaged out to 240. There's a ground ball foul, and 0-1. Fried over 100 pitches. This definitely has to be his last inning. I'm shocked the Braves let him face Trey Turner. Obviously, I have confidence in his starter, but Turner, back-to-back, absolutely crushing it to deep left field. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Fried to Castellanos is off the hands, fouled away, and it's 0-2. 102 pitches so far from Max Fried tonight. Every Philly has reached base tonight. Stott with an RBI, 4 RBIs for Turner. Now up to 22 on the season, 7 home runs. The 0-2 pitch to Castellanos is grounded back to Fried. Snags it off the mound. Throw to first is low, but Olsen picks it out, and the inning is over. But Trey Turner does it again. At this point, it might be time to call him Mr. July. What a week for Turner. What a last couple games for Turner. He's been absolutely on fire. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Phillies. And great night for Turner. 2 for 4 already, 2 home runs. The Phillies just keep on hitting. Like Charlie May would say, it's hitting season right now in Philadelphia. It's contagious. Trey Turner, absolutely incredible. This is coming back from the injured list. Has 5 home runs, has 7 on the season. Has 2 tonight, had 2 on Tuesday night. I think Trey has heard everything about him, about how he just didn't deserve to be the all-star starter over Mookie Betts, who has had a great season, but he got injured, so he would not be playing in the all-star game. Fans voted in Trey Turner, and he's showing it why they did right now. Yes, he does. Trey Turner does own Max Fried. It's his 3rd home run in his career against Max Fried. Good. In the game preview earlier today, talked about that. Has a plus 900 OPS against Max Fried. As we get ready for the bottom of the inning, it'll be the top of the Braves order. Score is 5-2 Phillies. Trey Turner with his 2nd home run of the night. Turner slugging .574 on pitches inside since the 2022 season, which is 10th best in all of the major leagues. League average is .471. 229 total bases and 399 at-bats on pitches inside. Here comes the first pitch to Kelenic, is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Again, 1st and 2nd in the National League East. As he does, Trey Turner, another great night. He's been carrying this team the last week, especially with everybody injured. 1-0 pitch to Kelenic is a ground ball over to first. Bone snags it, flips it over to Nola, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nola rolling tonight. He was allowed 2 hits. 17 swings and misses. It's a season high. 7 on the knuckle curve, 4 on the sinker, 3 on the fastball, 2 on the changeup, and 1 on the cutter. And a season high for Nola. Swings and misses. He's looking like Aaron Nola from 2018. Finished third in Cy Young voting that year. And it'll bring up Ozzie Albies, singled in his last at-bat, scored on the Austin Riley home run. The first one is a swing. Tried to check it, doesn't matter. It's 0-1. Nola 81 pitches already, 21 balls, 60 strikes. Be huge if he could get through this inning and another for the Phillies. We'll focus on an inning at a time for Nola. Austin Riley on deck, took him deep in his last at-bat. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Is high for a ball, and it's 1-1 to Ozzie Albies. Albies a single in his last at-bat, struck out in his first at-bat, 1 for 2 tonight. Braves fans trying to get something going here. A dead stadium. We'll never see Citizens Bank Park like that. The 1-1 pitch to Albies is outside for a ball, and it's 2-1. Another 2-ball count for Nola. Had a couple of them tonight against the middle of the Braves order. But he's been able to work out of it. Has not allowed a walk yet. Albies average now up to 259, 6 home runs on the season. 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count runs even. It's 2-2. Lay a fastball at 93 miles an hour there by Aaron Nola. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola getting ready. Into his windup at 3. The 2-2 pitch is low, and the count runs full. It's 3-2. Austin Riley on deck. 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Albies has been injury-prone in the past. Missed the whole 2022 postseason with finger injury, cost him 21 games. Missed 8 games already this season with a toe injury. has had 5 major injuries, which cost him time since 2020. As Marchand calls time, he's going to run out and talk to Nola. Will be a mound visit for the Phillies. But Ozzie Albies is one of the best second basemen in all baseball. Has the second most seasons of 30-plus home runs and 100 RBIs, tied with Phillies legend Chase Utley, Alfonso Soriano, Brett Bruin, and Joe Gordon with 2, 2021 and 2023. For Albies, Jeff Kent and Rogers Hornsby have 3. That leads all MLB players all time. All right. So here comes the 3-2 pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning from Nola to Ozzie Albies. Is crushed to right field. Back goes Castellanos. He looks up. It's gone. Line drive home run for Ozzie Albies. And the Braves cut into the Phillies lead. It is now 5-3. 385 feet for Albies. 107 miles an hour off the bat. And now this is where you get into a little trouble if you're in Nola. Here comes Austin Riley. Took you deep last time. It's now a 2-run game. Nola now at 86 pitches. So Marchand went out there, talked to him. Next pitch was crushed by Albies. His 7th home run on the season. Here comes first pitch from Nola to Austin Riley. It is grounded foul off of Riley, and it's 0-1. Yeah, right. Looked like high, middle in, honestly, to Albies. It's about the 3rd row seating in the chop house. A little grimace on Nola's face. He knew it was gone. It was a line drive. Castellanos took a couple steps. He looked up. Bottom of the 6th inning, though, 1 pitch to Riley is high for a ball, and it's 1-1. Nola struggled going deep. He has his 1 complete game. Hasn't really been able to go deep besides that. The crowd starting to do the chop here in Atlanta. Starting to come alive. Trying to will the Braves back into this ball game. The 1-1 pitch to Riley is high for a ball, and it's 2-1. On deck is Matt Olson. Led the major leagues in home run last year with 54. After him is Marcell Ozuna. He has 21 home runs this season. He's 3rd in all of the major leagues. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Austin Riley. He swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Again, Matt Olson on deck. He's grounded out to 3rd in both of his plate appearances. Looked like a slider there by Nola at 82 miles an hour. Riley was behind it a little late. Play sitting curve. The 2-2 pitch to Riley. He swung on and missed a huge strikeout by Nola, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 8 strikeouts for Aaron Nola tonight as he retires Riley for the 2nd time on strikes. I'll bring up Matt Olson. It's got him to ground out twice to 3rd base. Frustrated Austin Riley. Now Nola 1 out away from getting out of this bottom of the 6th inning. The wind up the pitch to Matt Olson is in there for a strike. That looked low. And it's 0-1, but the Phillies won't complain. Matt Olson will. That was about a ball under. So I like to say sometimes the umpires give it. Sometimes the umpires take. 0-1 pitch from Nola to Austin Riley is off the end of the bat, fouled, and it's 0-2. But they Olson chopped out it. 0 for 2, 2 groundouts from Matt Olson tonight. Average is now under 240. The chop going on in Atlanta. Just how Olson swung his last on that last pitch. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Nola ready. Pitch high for a ball 94 miles an hour. It's 1-2. Nola at 94 pitches. Would be surprised to see him come back for the 7th. Phillies limit on pitchers is about 110. Nola's next start is slated for next Thursday against the Dodgers. Marcell Ozuna on deck. The 1-2 pitch to Olson is a high foul ball down the 3rd baseline. Sosa and Pacher both out of room. It goes into foul territory. And we'll do it again. So far this season, Olsen 276 at home, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. On the road, a 206 average, 6 home runs and 20 RBIs. So the difference is really the average at home versus on the road for Olsen. Less the power. Been a power drought at home and on the road compared to last season and the season before that for Olsen. Comes the 1-2 pitch from Nola to Matt Olson. It's a high pop-up. Coming in is Bohm. Marchand going back. He's under it, and it's out of play. It hits in behind home plate, and it's 1-2. 1-2 is the count. 96 pitches for Nola. Would be huge if he could get a strikeout here at the end of this inning. Braves fans trying to get back into this ball game. Phillies trying to limit any damage this inning that have already allowed a run. Up 2 thanks to two-run home runs by Turner. The 1-2 pitch to Matt Olson is a line drive base hit down the line. It's going to get to the wall. And Matt Olson will at least have a double, and that's all he's going to get. A 2-out double for Matt Olson. That puts pressure on the Phillies and Aaron Nola. In 97 pitches. Do they pull him or do they let him go? They're probably going to let him go and try to get out Marcell Ozuna, which now it's hard to realize Ozuna's the tying run here at the plate. Line drive, look like 2-hop, 3-hop the wall there. Braves fans getting fired up. Nola at 97 pitches. A mound visit. Ryan Keggering warming up in the bullpen. Phillies pitching coach Caleb Cotham coming out. Talking to Nola. Need 1 out here. Would probably be his last hitter. Travis d'Arnaud on deck. Nola at 19 pitches in the inning. His second most of the night. His most was in the 4th with 21. Would be huge if Nola could finish this inning, with the score still being 5-3. It's 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on second for Atlanta with 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna. He leads the Braves in home runs and RBIs. He's second in the National League RBIs just to Alec Bohm. He has 67. If you're a Braves fan, you want him to make it 68 or 69. If you're a Phillies fan, you don't want to see that number go up any more than what it already is. 5-3 is the score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on second, 2 away. The pitch to Ozuna is fouled back in its own 1. Hit the protective screen behind home plate. Had a little movement there by Nola. A little cut in. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Nola to Ozuna. It's swung on and missed in the Giants' 0-2. Would be a huge out here if he could get him. Ozuna calls time. His career against Nola, 237 hitter, 4 home runs, 21 strikeouts. This will be Nola's 100th pitch of the game. His biggest pitch. The 0-2 pitch from Nola to Marcell Ozuna is high for a ball, and it's 1-2. That was Nola's 100th pitch of the game. Runner on second. Bohm third in the MLB in RBIs. Ozuna is right behind him, 4th. Second in the National League. Trying to add on here. Trying to cut this lead in half. The 1-2 is outside, and it's 2-2. It's a 5-3 ball game. 2-run Phillies lead. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ozzy Albies, big reason why we're in a high-intensity situation here. Hit a home run earlier in this inning. The pitch is low in the dirt, and the count is run full. It's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Travis d'Arnaud is on deck. Sinker, knuckle curve, fastball, another knuckle curve by Nola. The Braves fans are on their feet. The biggest pitch of the game. Aaron Nola, the 3-2 pitch to Ozuna, he disengages. Gets Olson back. His first disengagement by Nola. It's the biggest pitch of the game here. 0-2. 3-2 is the count. 102 pitches for Nola. The 3-2 pitch is driven to left field. Back is Pache at the wall. He makes the catch on the track, and the inning, thankfully, is over. About 10 feet away from a tied game, Nola gets out of it. We go to the top of the 7th in a 5-3 ball game. Ozuda just missed the game-tying home run. He thought it was gone. The Braves fans at Truist Park thought it was gone. But it wasn't, and we go to the top of the 7th in a 5-3 ball game. And most likely be a bullpen piece for the rest of tonight. Solid outing for Aaron Nola. Gave up 3 runs, but right now exits with a lead. Will most likely exit with a lead and in line for the victory tonight. Max Fried right now is in line for the loss tonight. But as you know in baseball, anything can happen. As Pache said, no, a good catch by him. Right on the track, right in front of the wall. He made it. Big update in Washington. Look at some of the scores now. Big update in Washington. The Cardinals have come back and tied the game. If you're here earlier, it was 5-5. It was 5-1. It's now 5-5. Wilson Contreras with a solo home run in the top of the 9th inning with 1 away. It's 5-5. Nationals and the Cardinals. Some other scores around baseball. Yankees lead 3-1 over the Red Sox. That game is in the top of the 7th. Top of the 6th, Giants 4-1 over Cleveland. Detroit 4-2 over the Reds. The Marlins are down 3-1 against the White Sox. That game's in the bottom of the 7th. Middle of the 5th, Rays are down 3-0 against Texas. Tied in Minnesota is 3-3, the Twins and the Astros. Royals lead the Rockies 2-1 in Colorado. And again, the Pirates defeat the Mets 14-2, throttling by the Pittsburgh Pirates. So the Phillies are coming up again. It'll be Amundo Sosa, Whit Merrifield, and Rafael Marchand. Would think the Braves are going to go to their bullpen. And they will. It will be Jesse Chavez, the MLB journeyman, coming out of the bullpen. Always finds his way back to Atlanta. Started the season in spring training with the White Sox. His first pitch is outside to Sosa, and it's 1-0. Started with the White Sox. They let him go. They found his way back to the Braves. Now pitching like an all-star. 1.51 ERA on the season. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Amundo Sosa. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He also got hit by a pitch. One of 2 Phillies without a hit tonight. The 1-1 pitch is a line drive base hit down the line. It could be extra bases for Sosa. And he will have an easy double. It looked like he just glided into second base. That's a leadoff double for Amundo Sosa. And bring up Whit Merrifield. He is 1 for 3 today. Single and a stolen base, ground out and a fielder's choice so far for Merrifield. Pitch is swung on, fouled away, and it's 0-1. A base hit would probably make this a 3-run Phillies lead over Atlanta. Here in the top of the 7th inning, 5-3 is the score. Phillies on top. 2 home runs by Trey Turner tonight. Home run by Austin Riley. Home run by Ozzie Albies. That's how we're there. Merrifield tries to bunt, can't get it down. It's 0-2. On deck is Rafael Marchand, the catcher. He's 1 for 3 today. But again, that success that Chavez has had with the Braves, 2.79 ERA. While with his other teams, he has a 4.52 ERA. That's with Oakland, Texas, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Chicago, the Angels, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers. He is a certified journeyman. Next pitch to Merrifield is fouled away, and it's again 0-2. Some of the Braves out there during warm-up say wearing Chavez 24 shirts, trying to get Jesse Chavez in the All-Star game as a reliever. Could be one of his final seasons in baseball. In his 40s. The pitch, ground ball over to first. Olsen bobbles it. No one's at first. Whit Merrifield has an infield single. That's probably going to go down as an error on Matt Olson, but it doesn't matter. Whit Merrifield gets on for the second time tonight. The runner moves over to third. That's Sosa. And now the Phillies have runners on the corners. Matt Olson bobbled the ball, and Chavez did not run over and cover it like he should have. Most likely go down as an E3. A simple play by Matt Olson. He booted it. And Merrifield, with his speed, got there in time by a couple steps. And it brings up Marchand, the switch-hitting catcher. First pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Now batting for the left side for the first time tonight. He's 1 for 3. From the right side tonight with a single. Try out on here. Phillies, runners on the corners with no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-0 pitch from Chavez. Tries to pick off Merrifield. Merrifield is there in time. Count is 1-0. First is engagement of the at-bat. Sosa is on at third. Merrifield is on at first. Pitch to Marchand is fouled back, and it's 1-1. On deck for the Phillies is Johan Rojas. Then it's Pache, but Brandon Marsh could be available to pinch hit. Looks like Aaron Nola's night is done. Looks like he's talking to JT Realmuto in the dugout. Pitch to Marchand is grounded foul. Looked like Merrifield was trying to steal second there, and it'll be 1-2. Now the Phillies have to score here. 5-3 is the score right now. Marchand looking to add on. Right now, Johan Rojas would be on deck. The 1-2 pitch from Chavez to Marchand is outside for a ball, and it's 2-2. According to Apple, Marchand has a 31% chance to drive in a run here. He has runners on the corners with no outs, a 2-2 count. Chavez, wind up, throws at 7. The pitch is in there for strike 3, looking at the first out of the inning. A big, big blow to the Phillies' momentum. Strikeout by Chavez, his first out of the inning. It looks like it would bring up the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Yep, it will. Comes the first pitch to Rojas. He tries to pick off Merrifield again. It doesn't work. Merrifield taking a sizable lead at first base. Was able to get back in time. So Merrifield will take his lead at first here on the top of the 7th. Pitch clock at 7. The pitch to Rojas is high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Would be big if Rojas could get one of those bunts down. Potentially even load the bases. Christian Pache on deck. No signs of a pinch hitter yet. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Rojas. It's outside for a ball. Darnell loses control of it, and Whit Merrifield has his second stolen base of the night. Great game so far for Merrifield. Been on base twice, 2 stolen bases. Darnell just bobbled the ball. First time they even bothered throwing down. This time, couldn't get a throw off. Now the Phillies have 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch to Rojas is in there for a strike. Looked like inside, but it was in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Braves playing the infield and trying to prevent a bunt, trying to make a play at home. Neither of the runners have to go here. Merrifield and Sosa both taking their leads. The 2-1 pitch, Rojas chops it in the dirt. Sosa coming home. He is safe. The throw over to first. Gets away from Olsen. Rojas going to second. The run's going to score. It's 7-3 Phillies. And Rojas is going to get to second. 7-3. Errant throw by Jesse Chavez. Rojas brings in 2, and the Phillies extend their lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Got all the way into right. It's a slow chopper. Chavez over. Couldn't make a good throw over. Threw it away. Down the line. Merrifield was able to score. Rojas was able to get to second. So now the Phillies have runners on. It's 7-3 ball game. The pitch to Pache is inside. Rojas steals. That ball gets away down the line. Johan Rojas is going to score, and this is an 8-3 ball game. The Braves miscues and the Phillies have capitalized. It's 8-3, just like that. On 2 errors by Atlanta. It's 8-3 Phillies. A bad throw by d'Arnaud down the line. First time he's thrown down on a stolen base tonight. It's 8-3 Phillies here in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch to Pache is outside, ends 2-0. That was a bad throw right off the glove of Austin Riley. That was a good throw. Riley, it just went off the tip of his glove. Get a better tip. Ground ball out to short. It's a broken bat over to first. In time, it's the second out of the inning. What a capitalization for the Phillies. Yeah, it's no interference. Got off of his glove. They're going to call it a single for Johan Rojas. It's 8-3 Phillies. As Pache grounded out, it'll bring up Bryson Stott. Pitch to Stott is fouled back, and it's 0-1. 3 errors this inning for the Braves. A sloppy inning on defense. Chavez is set. The 0-1 pitch to Stott is line drive back up the middle, another base hit for the Phillies. Now every player on the Phillies has had a hit tonight. Stott with his first hit of the game, and here comes the man, Trey Turner. Might be time to walk him. They don't have the base open, doesn't matter. Turner with 2 home runs tonight, two-run home runs tonight. Both of them with Bryson Stott on first base. A home run here would blow this game wide open. Turner's 2 for 4 tonight. Now facing the righty Jesse Chavez. Runner on first with 2 away. The pitch to Turner is outside for a ball. Stott steals second base. Another stolen base for the Phillies. d'Arnaud has not been able to throw out anybody tonight. Here comes Turner. He's 2 for 4. Yeah, d'Arnaud just not really able to throw anybody out as Stott was in there. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Turner. So line drive back up the middle. Albies cuts it off. Over to first. On a hop in time, and the inning is over. A great play by Ozzie Albies ends it. But the Phillies score 3 runs on Braves miscues. No one is done. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies are in the driver's seat now. It's 8-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Another 2 home run game for Trey Turner. What a night for him. A lot of defensive miscues that last inning for the Braves. The Phillies capitalized just like they have all season. And it's 8-3 Phillies. Then thank you for watching so far. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're here. We'll be live on Tuesday for the Dodgers and the Phillies, game 1 of that series. I'll be back here right after the final of this game, the final strike of this game. We'll be back here for the recap. So make sure to check that out as well. Yes, it will be your Ryan Keggering coming in for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Had a big outing back in last postseason in Atlanta. His postseason debut in game 1. Got some big outs as the Phillies shut out the Braves in game 1 of last year's National League Division Series. This year, I don't even know if they'll play at this rate with how the Braves and Phillies are both looking right now. The Phillies are up 8-3. It'll be their second win against Atlanta if they do hold on the season. Atlanta took 2 out of the first 3 against the Phillies. Back on opening weekend. Both teams have gone in very, very different directions ever since. Phillies have the best record in baseball. and now are 9 outs away from extending their division lead to 10 for the first time since mid-June. Have a chance to get it to 11 tomorrow. Well, at first for the Braves was fundamental defense, great plays by Olsen, great plays by Riley, and the Phillies just capitalized in that last inning. Trey Turner with big plays. Tough night for Max Fried. As Travis d'Arnaud comes up, had a tough inning for himself last time. He has to strike out on his last at-bat. It'll be Orion Kettering coming out of the Phillies bullpen. Solid night for Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits. 5 hits, and that was about it. 8 strikeouts for Nola. First pitch to d'Arnaud is popped up towards the Phillies dugout. Marchand over, Sosa over, gets out of play on top of the Phillies dugout, now behind home plate, and it's 0-1. Kettering this season has a 1.42 ERA in 30 games, a 2-1 record, 31 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts for the Phillies, and opponents are hitting a 189 against him. Bases empty. 0-1 pitch to d'Arnaud is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Bases empty. Bases empty. No outs here. The bottom of the 7th. Pure hustle by the Phillies in that last inning to give them a 5-run cushion now over Atlanta. The pitch is swung on a miss, and it's 1-2 to d'Arnaud. We had tonight for Nola 8 strikeouts. 5 hits, 3 runs, no walks. Pitch to d'Arnaud is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. On deck is Adam Duvall. He has 2 strikeouts tonight. It's been a tough season for Duvall. 2-2 is low in the dirt, and it's the full count is run full to d'Arnaud, and the count is now 3-2. Duvall on deck. (3-2) from Kettering to Travis d'Arnaud is popped up behind home plate. That's going to get out of play towards the press box. We'll do it again, another 3-2. Nola's ERA goes up to a 3.48, but a solid night. He's in line for a win unless the Phillies cannot finish the job tonight. Kettering trying to get the first out of the inning here. Phillies have a 5-run lead. There's a pitch. And it's an opposite field base hit for Travis d'Arnaud. It's a single. Braves 6th hit of the night. Puts a runner on first against Kettering and brings the bat to Duvall. Bohm was playing more towards second base than on the line. That's where d'Arnaud was just able to put that ball. Bohm was shading over. It's not the first time that's happened tonight. It's about 2 or 3 times that ball has gotten past Bohm over at first because of where his defensive alignment was. It was the first pitch to Adam Duvall. Is caught by Trey Turner. What a play. A leaping grab by Trey Turner. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Frustrating out by Duvall. A great play by Trey Turner. A leaping grab for the first out. What a game for Trey. Brings up Arcia. The first pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Frustrating night for Duvall. A great night for Trey Turner. Another highlight in an incredible week for Turner. It was a 1-0 pitch from Kettering to Arcia. Swung on a miss, and it's 1-1. And already, Turner could be making a case to be National League July Player of the Month. Obviously, we have a long time until then, but looking good. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1 to Orlando Arcia. A highlight reel play by Trey Turner. This 8-3 ball game. Phillies with the lead. After a 3-run inning last time in the top of the 7th, 2 runs in the top of the 6th. Phillies offense has come alive here. Arcia's third lowest home average. There's a swing and a miss, a sword on Orlando Arcia. Sword right there, and it's 2-2 as Arcia calls his time. That's the third lowest home average on the season, a 166 for Arcia. This 8-3 ball game, runner on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 2-2 pitch to Arcia is in outside, and it's 3-2. Darno will take his lead. Good stop by Marchand. That ball almost got to the backstop, but he was able to stop it. Kagering ready. Darno takes his lead off of first. The 3-2 pitch to Arcia swung on it. This strike 3. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, Kagering has been able to get these outs here. It brings up Eli White, the Braves' 9-hole hitter tonight. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 8-3 Phillies. Alec Boehm drew up to lead off next inning. First pitch to White is in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0. 96 miles an hour by Kagering. Frustrating night for the Braves. If the score holds, they'll fall to 10 games back in the National League East. Pitch to White. Fouled away. And it's 1-1. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're here. That post game coming out right after this. As the Phillies are on their way to win number 58 on the year. They can become the first to 60 as well. For the first to 20, next pitch is outside is 2-1. First to 30, first to 40, Yankees beat them to 50. Or could it be the first to 60? Darno will take his lead. He had a single to lead off the inning. Comes a 2-1 from Kagering to White. Fouled off of his ankle. Looked like it hit Las Diaz too. He's in a bit of discomfort. The count runs to even. It's 2-2. Last year, the Braves were 6th in stolen bases. This year, they're 14th. Big reason of that was Ronald Acuna Jr. He did steal over 70 bases last year, 72 to be exact. Comes a 2-2 from Kagering to Eli White. Outside is 3-2. This will be pitch number 20 of Orion Kegering's night. This May 27th, which was the first game without Acuna for the Braves. The Braves have the 3rd fewest stolen bases. They only have 12, where the Giants and Yankees have less. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Kagering, a 1-2 strikeout inning, and the inning is over. The Phillies get out of it as we go to the top of the 8th inning. It's 8-3 Phillies over the Braves. What an outing for the Phillies pitching so far. The hitting has showed up as well. It'll be the heart of the order. It'll be Boehm, Castellanos, and Sosa due up here in the top of the 8th inning. We could also see a potential Brandon Marsh pitch, lefty pinch hit here for the Phillies. Braves going to go back to their bullpen. It was a tough outing for Chavez. He gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. ERA now goes up to a 1.96. As we get ready to continue here. Trey Turner doing it all for the Phillies tonight. What a night for Trey. Right now, he is easily the player of the game. Another incredible night for Turner, an incredible week for Turner. We'll be heading down to Texas for the All-Star game. It's interestingly enough where he played his first game as a Philly in Texas. Now he'll be making his first All-Star start in Texas. Harper and Bohm will be joining him as starters. It's expected the Phillies have at least 2 or 3, probably even 4 or 5 more that are going to be joining him down in Texas. Phillies the best team in baseball this year. It's a great thing to say right now. The Phillies are the best team in baseball. And right now they're on pace to continue that. They're up 8-3 at the top of the 8th inning. Let's get ready to return here to Atlanta. Get 8-3 Phillies. Phillies next up tomorrow. Taking on the Braves for game 2 of the 3-game series. Spencer Swellenbach, the rookie for the Braves, on the mound against Ranger Suarez. The first pitch from Chavez to Bohm was fouled away, and it's 0-1. They're facing Ranger Suarez on the mound. 8-3 Phillies. And Ranger Suarez tomorrow against Spencer Swellenbach. And then on Sunday, it'll be Michael Mercado against Ronaldo Lopez for the Braves. The 1-0 to Bohm is in there for a strike, not in there at all. It's 0-2. About a ball off the plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Chavez to Alec Bohm. Is in there for strike 3 looking. Bohm doesn't agree with it. He's going to have to talk with Flas Diaz. 2 pitches that aren't really strikes. He's not going to argue it. There's first out of the inning. Back pitches weren't really strikes, but it doesn't matter. Strike 3 according to Flas Diaz. And there's one away here in the top of the 8th inning. Yeah, Bohm, you see on his face, he did not agree with the call. Versus Castellanos is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Could also be that Flas Diaz wants to hurry this up and get out of here. Wouldn't play them. 8-3 ball game on top of the 8th inning. The 1-0 from Chavez to Castellanos is inside. It's a strike. Castellanos doesn't like the call. 3 pitches this last inning have been off the plate. The 1-1 to Castellanos is driven into center. Going back is Kona coming back in. He makes a snow cone underhand catch. There's 2 away. He almost dropped that ball. Would have been another area for the Braves. It won't matter, as Castellanos is retired for the 3rd time tonight. And it brings up Edmundo Sosa as a hit. As a double today, also got hit by a pitch. He's 1 for 3. Comes the first pitch to Sosa. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Chavez at 30 pitches. So I would guess the Braves would have another reliever for the top of the 9th inning. Pitch to Sosa is foul tipped, and it's 0-2. But to the backstop there, either Darno couldn't corral it or it was a foul ball. Couldn't tell there. 31 pitches for Chavez, trying to finish up this inning here. Phillies trying to extend the inning, trying to add on here against their rival Atlanta. Chavez, timeout called. 0-2. Chavez to Edmundo Sosa. The pitch. Sosa off the end of the bat fouls it away. We'll do it again. 8-3 is the score at the top of the 8th inning. Unclear who the Phillies will bring out for the bottom of the 8th as their pitcher. The 0-2 pitch to Sosa is a strike 3. That was 2 balls off the plate. Come on, Laz. Sosa's got to talk to him about that. That was at least 2 balls off the plate there. That is not a strike at all. That is terrible. That cannot happen. That is terrible. It doesn't matter. It's 8-3. That's bad. That is really bad there by Laz Diaz. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. That is a terrible, terrible call. A terrible inning by Laz Diaz. He's umpiring a good game so far. But man, that is terrible. That just cannot happen. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, hopefully no Phillies get ejected here. Would understand if they would, though, because that is terrible. Pitch was about 2 balls off. 2 balls off the plate, but strike 3 and the inning is over. Sosa goes down looking. As we get ready for the bottom of the 8th inning, yes, Laz Diaz has had his nights where he's solid tonight. He has been solid for the most part. But this last inning was his worst inning. Obviously, see tomorrow. Jose Alvarado coming in for the Phillies. We'll see tomorrow his umpire scorecard. But right now, might not be too good. He's had his good moments. He's had his bad moments. That inning was a lot of bad moments. So Jose Alvarado coming in for the Phillies as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-3 is the score. Top of the Atlanta order coming up. It'll be Jared Kelenic, Ozzie Albies, and Austin Riley. And this game is definitely still in reach. Obviously, it's 5 runs, but especially in baseball, 5 runs is achievable. You had a couple guys on, especially with the top of the order coming up. A grand slam makes it a 1-run ball game. So the Phillies could definitely not relax and sit on their hands here. They need to finish this game up, get to some celebrations. We can start seeing high hopes. Have a nice Friday night and go into Saturday looking to clinch the series win. We get started here. Jose Alvarado gets ready on the mound. It'll be Alvarado against Kelenic, Albies, and Riley. Olsen on deck. Well, Olsen up fourth. He is a lefty. That Alvarado might face. Alvarado for 3.09 ERA. It's only that high because of these Atlanta Braves on opening day got to him pretty hard. First pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. How Diaz's strike zone has been the last inning. Wouldn't be surprised if he called that a strike 2. Wouldn't be surprised if a pitch hit him, they'll call him a strike. The 1-0 pitch from Alvarado to Kelenic is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1, 96 miles an hour there by Alvarado. You see Kyle Schwarber, big clubhouse hitter, leader, yelling at Laz Diaz there. Terrible inning by him. There's a ground ball foul, and it's 1-2. Can't even drink water and keep it in his mouth. Not a good sign for Diaz. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Alvarado to Jared Kelenic. Ground ball, boom. Fields it cleanly. Takes it himself to first, and it's 1 away. 3 unassisted. And it brings up Ozzie Albies. 2 for 3 tonight for his Albies on home run. A single, 2 runs scored. 2 out of 3 Atlanta runs he has scored. Again, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. So far, 92% of you, 93% are going to be right today. So the Phillies they're going to take home this victory over the Atlanta Braves. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0. Albies again 2 for 3 tonight. A single, home run, 2 runs, an RBI, up to 40 home runs on the season, 40 RBI on the season, 7 home runs, a 261 average now for Albies. Napoli has a 32% chance to reach base here. Alvarado ready. The 1-0 pitch to Albies is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Alvarado not happy. He throws that ball away. He wants another ball. Phillies have the 5th lowest bullpen ERA in all of baseball. Braves have the 2nd lowest. Again, it's been a couple bad outings for the Phillies. It hasn't been like they've been a 3.43 all season. It's just a couple bad outings. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. One and two is the count. It's fouled back, and it'll be 1-2 again. Dylan Lee warming up in the Braves bullpen. He sounds familiar. He gave up a home run to Bryce Harper. Pitch is line to base hit. Albie's 3rd hit of the game. We have base hit, another single for Ozzie Albies here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He gave up the home run to Bryce Harper in Game 3 of the 2022 National League Division Series. Out to deep right field in Citizens Bank Park right after Rhys Hoskins hit his bat slam home run. The one that gets shown all the time. We'll see it forever part of Phillies history. Here comes Riley, 1 for 3 tonight, 2-run home run. That was off of Aaron Nola, his 6th against Aaron Nola. Here comes the first pitch to Riley. Is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Braves trying to chip in here, try to get back in this ball game. Phillies trying to lock it down. The 1-0 pitch from Alvarado is high, 98 miles an hour for a ball, and it's 2-0. Good stop back there by Marchand. Luckily, it was a fastball. 98 miles an hour by Alvarado. Alvarado looks over at Albies at first. 2-0 is in the dirt, and it's 3-0. The count has run to a 3-0 count. Matt Olson on deck. Phillies have not allowed a walk tonight. Have been one of the best bullpens, is not allowing walks this season. Well, best pitching staffs. 3-0 pitch to Riley is ball 4. You got to be kidding me, man. That's a pitch that would have been called a strike for the Phillies 9 out of 10 times tonight. That's called ball 4. Brings up Matt Olson. 6 balls, 7 strikes for Alvarado so far tonight, 13 pitches. So it'll be a mound visit here. Caleb Coughlin coming out. Here comes Matt Olson. Home run by Matt Olson would make this a 2-run ball game. He has had history cutting into the lead against the Phillies. Go back to Game 1 of the 2022 National League Division Series. Hit a home run to dead center field. Made it a 1-run ball game. Gave all Phillies fans a little bit of a scare in Game 1. It didn't matter. The Phillies closed it out. Score 7-6. Here comes Olson tonight, though. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 12 home runs on the season. Makes it 13. It's an 8-6 ball game. For every Phillies fan's sake, hopefully he has his 3rd ground out of the game. Before his double in his last at-bat, had 2 ground outs, both to third base. Has 879 OPS against lefties this season. 6 home runs. He's been batting better against lefties, against righty. Reverse splits for Matt Olson. The first pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. Seems like Alvarado doesn't really have a lot of his control here tonight. The 1-0 pitch from Alvarado to Matt Olson is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 15 pitches so far for Alvarado. Matt Olson, his career against Alvarado, 2 for 9, a double and a walk in 10 plate appearances. That includes the postseason. 1-1 pitch to Olson is popped up into left. It's a fly ball. It's deep. Pache is under it. There's 2 away. Albies will not tag up. A big out number 2 there. It brings up one of the most dangerous hitters in all of baseball, Marcell Ozuna. Olson just missed it. Right under it. He just missed it. There's a girl in the crowd thought it was gone. She was wrong. Standing up like she thought it was. To the surprise of some Braves fans, it's not. Comes Ozuna. The first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. A base hit would make this a 4-run ball game. Braves try to do more here, though. Ozuna second in the National League in RBIs. The 0-1 pitch is high for a ball, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Alvarado to Marcell Ozuna is deep to right field. Oh, no, it's gone. It is gone. And this game has turned around completely. It's 8-6. Philly's still in the lead, but brutal. 8-6. Ozuna, 22nd home run of the year. Does a Euro step down the line now? Ties Bone for the RBI lead in the National League. It's 8-6. Phillies still up. They're still up here. That's all that matters. They're still up. But brutal. Alvarado gets 3 more runs tacked onto his ERA. Has always struggled against Atlanta this season. Ozuna knew it. He was inches away in his last at-bat against Nola. This one, he sends it out to the right of the chop house. Left of the chop house, depending on how you look at it. It's now 8-6. Atlanta and the Phillies. The Phillies still up 8-6. Ozuna for 1-0 is a pitch clock violation. 1-0 pitch from Alvarado to Darnell is checked to swing. It's low and it's 2-0. Yeah. Alvarado didn't get it in time. That was a pitch clock violation. Marche was trying to go out there. Next pitch to Darnell was popped up. It's going to get out of play. And count now goes to 2-1. Again, just Marcelo Ozuna hit a 3-run home run. 8-6. Phillies still on top here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Darno today 1 for 3 for single in his last at bat. The 2-1 pitch from Alvarado to Darno, a swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Big pitch here for Alvarado. He's ready. 2-2 to Darno. Outside, and the count runs full. The tying run on deck is Adam Duvall. He's gotten unlucky all day. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a lineout. In the hole is Arcia. He is the go-ahead run in this case. Big 3-2 pitch. Darnell, opposite way, caught by Bohm. And the inning is over. The Phillies give up a couple. 3 runs, but the big runs, the errors come up crucial now for Atlanta. It is 8-6 here as we go to the 9th inning. Phil's with the lead. Trying to close down another game. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Insurance runs would be huge for the Phillies, considering Atlanta's creeping back in. The Phillies have blown leads against the Braves in the past before. This would be a monumental blow by the Phillies. It looks like it will be Whit Merrifield coming up here for the Phillies to begin this inning. I would expect the Braves to bring in a new pitcher. Just like that, the Braves are back in this ball game. But a great night for baseball so far. First pitch is at 7:21, 79 degrees down in Atlanta. Cloudy night. Braves have 3 runners on base. The Phillies have left 9. This game could be totally different, as Dylan Lee will come into the ball game for Atlanta. This game could be totally different, but the Phillies have not been able to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Wouldn't be surprised for the Phillies if you see Jeff Hoffman coming in here. Obviously, you would usually have options between Hoffman and Straub here, but Straub has been struggling recently. I think the most sensible option here would be to go with Jeff Hoffman. So interestingly enough, Jeff Hoffman is a free agent after this season, so the Phillies will have to kick up some money, or he will get paid a lot somewhere else. That's a game recap so far, and man, this has been a wild one in Atlanta. It's an 8-6 Phillies lead, a 2-run Phillies lead as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Trey Turner with a 2-home run game. He has 4 of the Phillies RBIs. Johan Rojas with a big infield single, 2-run infield single, scored 2. Stolen bases well with Merrifield with 2 stolen bases. The Atlanta side have 3 home runs, one by Marcell Ozuna, a 3-run home run. Austin Riley, a 2-run home run. Ozzie Albies, a solo home run. That accounts for all their runs tonight. First pitch to Whit Merrifield is popped up. 1 pitch. 1 out. Popped out to Ozzie Albies. At the top of the 9th inning, 8-6, 1 out. Bring up Rafael Marchand, the catcher. The switching catcher. Hitting from the right side again. He's 1 for 3 from that side tonight. 1 for 4 in total. Right now, Aaron Nola is in line to get a win. It would be his 100th on the career. Max Fried would be in line for the loss. First pitch to Marchand is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Marchand, again, 1 for 4 with a single. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Marchand, base hit, his second of the game. As if another game update here. A lot of games going on tonight. The New York Yankees have blown their lead against the Boston Red Sox, and it's now 3-3. Masataka Yoshida in the top of the 9th inning with a 2-run home run, and the game is tied at 3 apiece. Now back to this one. Phillies and the Braves. Johan Rojas coming up to hit. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Lee to Rojas. It is a ground ball foul, and it's now 0-2. Oh, and 2 is the count. Top of the 9th inning. Johan Rojas is up. Again, thank you everyone for watching so far. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're coming down to the wire here. Lee ready. The 0-2 pitch is low, and it's 1-2. Jeff Hoffman warming up in the Phillies bullpen. He will come in for the save in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Phillies. For the Phillies' sake, hopefully they make it more than what it can be for a save. Rojas drives it deep to right field. Back is Duvall. At the wall, he makes the catch. There's 2 away. Johan Rojas showing some opposite field power. Just not enough to get it over Duvall's head. There's 2 away. Brings up Christian Pache. 93 at the top of the zone. Rojas took it. It was taken a long way. Pretty sure I'll be out at Citizens Bank Park. Not out in Atlanta. There's 2 away here. At the top of the 9th inning. Brings up Pache. First pitch. Swung on a miss, and it's 0-1 to Pache. Still homerless this season. 1 for 4 tonight with a single. 189 average on the season. 0-1 pitch from Lee to Pache is fouled away. And it's 0-2. For Atlanta, next inning, it's 7, 8, 9. It's Duvall, Arcia, and White. They might go to the bench as well if they have to. Ramon Laureano among the names on the Braves bench. Comes the 0-2 pitch from Lee to Christian Pache. Is outside, and it's 1-2. Sean Murphy, former Philly Luke William, all on the Atlanta bench here. Comes a 1-2 from Lee to Christian Pache. Fouled back, and still going to remain 1-2. In the top of the ninth inning, remember, Duvall, Arcia, and White due up. Pache was traded from the Braves to the A's in 2022. Sent Matt Olson to Atlanta. He was traded from the A's to the Phillies before the 2023 season. Could be out on his way to Philly sooner than later. The 1-2 pitch from Lita Pache. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Duvall, Arcia, White, and at the top of the Braves order, it'll be against Jeff Hoffman. Folks, we're coming down for a crash landing here in Atlanta. A game that was once 8-3. It's been all over the place tonight. You have everything. You have multiple home runs for Atlanta. You have a 2-home run game for Trey Turner. It all comes down to come here. It's the bottom of the ninth inning. 8-6 Phillies over the Braves. Tomorrow at 7:15, the Phillies and the Braves continue this 3-game series. It will be Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phillies against Spencer Schwallenbach for the Braves. And then on Sunday, they finish this 3-game series. It'll be Michael Mercado against Ronaldo Lopez. Next time I will be live will be on Tuesday when the Phillies take on the Dodgers. Game 1 of that series. Make sure to check that out. I'll be right back here after the game for post-game. Watch out for that on YouTube in about 30 to 40 minutes. Phillies trying to close it out. Jeff Hoffman will be the pitcher. This 8-6 ball game. Nola with a solid 6-inning start. Kettering with a clean inning in relief. And then Alvarado got a little messy. Gave up a 3-run home run to Ozuna. His ERA now goes up to a 3.75. All that does not matter if the Phillies can finish this one out. It'll be Jeff Hoffman. Would be huge if the Phillies could just close this one out. No drama, and we could sing high hopes tonight, have a great rest of our Friday night, and then go on to tomorrow at 7:15, and hopefully Ranger could shut the Braves down as well. Phillies lead in the division will go up to 10 with a win. Would fall to 8 with a loss. They lead by 9 right now. Would be their 15th win against Atlanta in the regular season since 2022. Would be their second win of the season against Atlanta in their 4th game. It'll be Nola's 100th win on his career. Jeff Hoffman looking for his 8th save on the season. A 1.24 ERA in 37 games. 46 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting a 187 against him. That this ERA doesn't go up. The Phillies going home winners tonight. Again, with 3 of their best players on the injured list, trying to take game 1 from Atlanta. The first pitch from Hoffman to Duvall is popped up. It's going to get out of play. It's 0-1. No defensive changes for the Phillies. Braves fans starting to do the chop here. Trying to get the Braves back in this ball game. It's a 2-run game. The 0-1 pitch from Hoffman to Duvall is swung on and missed in the dirt, and it's 0-2. On deck, Orlando Arcia. And the whole Eli wipe that could easily be changed for either Sean Murphy or Ramon Laureano. The list goes on and on for Atlanta. As they try to come back in this game. They were down 8-3. Down 5-2 at one point, down 3-0. The 0-2 pitch from Hoffman to Duvall is popped up, and a tough night continues for Adam Duvall. On the infield, coming in, boom, oh my lord. Boom makes the catch. Sosa falls to the ground. There's one away. I think they couldn't hear each other. There's one away. Boom makes the catch. That got scary. If you're a Phillies fan, you can remember flashback 2020. Segura Hoskins couldn't communicate on the mound. Ball falls. We lose to the Orioles. It's back in the dark days of the Phillies. Now the Phillies can smile about that. They get the out. Duvall, frustrating night continues. Brings up Arcia. First pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-0. 96 miles an hour by Hoffman. Arcia is 1 for 3 tonight with a single and 2 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch from Hoffman is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Hoffman trying to finish this out for the Phillies. The Phillies have 2 out of the 5 lowest ERA among reliever in the National League this year. Next pitch is low in the dirt, and it's 2-1. We've seen the two of them tonight, Hoffman and Keggering. Hoffman with the 3rd lowest in the National League. He gets ready for the 2-1 pitch to Arcia. Eli White on deck. 2-1 from Hoffman to Arcia. Is fouled away. It's 2-2. Off the protective netting behind home plate. Hoffman's been using his slider and fastball the most, both at 40%. Sinker and splitter, not so much. Sinker 8% of the time, splitter 11% of the time. Will most likely be going down to Texas as an all-star. But right here, trying to finish this out. The 2-2 from Hoffman to Orlando Arcia is a fly ball into right field, right center. Back is Rojas on the track. He makes the catch, and the Phillies are 1 out away from taking Game 1 of this 3-game series against the Atlanta Braves. It'll be Eli White coming to the plate. They're going to leave him in to hit. No Sean Murphy coming in. No Ramon Laureano coming in. They trust Eli White to get a hit here and extend this game. Top of the order due up. It's Jared Kelenic. Then Ozzie Albies. Surprise Snicker not going to his bench here. Albies, 3 hits in his last 3 at-bats. Kelenic has not had to hit tonight. First pitch to White is a strike and it's 0-1. Albies represents the winning run. Kelenic would be the tying run. They need White to get on base to even have those hit scenarios become a possibility. The 0-1 pitch to White is swung on and missed in the dirt, and the Phillies are 1 strike away from taking Game 1 of this 3-game series. The Phillies fans rise in Atlanta. The 0-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning from Jeff Hoffman to Eli White. In the dirt ball, and it's 1-2. 87 miles an hour. This will be Hoffman's 12th pitch. The Phillies fans on their feet in Atlanta. The very many. Sounds like a home game to sub in Atlanta. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Phillies fans travel well. They were just in Chicago, more in Atlanta. And the ones that are here are on their feet. Braves fans are dead silent here. As White gets ready, Kelenic on deck. The 2-2 offering from Hoffman to Eli White is inside for a ball, and the count is run full. 3-2. 2 fastballs, 3 sliders by Hoffman. 1 pitch away from ending this game. The 3-2 pitch by Jeff Hoffman is called strike 3, and the Phillies take Game 1 of this 3-game series over the Atlanta Braves. It's 8-6. Hoffman gets the save. Nola gets his 10th win on the season, his 100th of his career. Trey Turner, what a night. A 2-home-run game for him. Drove in the majority of the Phillies' runs. Can't forget about Johan Rojas. He had a couple RBIs himself, and the Phillies win a thriller of a Game 1 here in Atlanta. 8-6. Again, strike 3 looking to end it. Jeff Hoffman with the save, his 8th on the season. Max Fried takes the loss for Atlanta. Aaron Nola takes the win. I'll be back here in about 30-40 minutes. Make sure to check it out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Live post-game right after this. Thank you for watching. The stream will be back on Tuesday with another stream. Phillies and the Dodgers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.